welcome back to the channel Tarot Yogi. I'm Vinit, I read Tarot intuitively, and today we are doing 2023 predictions for all the 12 zodiac signs. So you can go into the description box below. It will have the timestamp for your zodiac sign. You can check for your moon sign, your sun sign, and your rising sign, and you can use your own intuition and decipher what is the message for you. So it's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below, so you can definitely reach out for a private reading. And I wish you all the best. Happy New Year, and I'll see you guys in your reading. Thank you. Hello Aries, this is your 2023 predictions. So we'll shuffle some tarot first, and we'll see what can my Aries expect in the month. Okay, cards are jumping. Okay, my Aries, we have 5 of discs, 5 of cups, 7 of swords, 4 of wands, knight of discs, 10 of wands, 2 of wands, 10 of swords, and 9 of discs. So what I'm seeing here with my Aries is there is going to be a lot of upheaval in your life in 2023. I haven't pulled the tower, but that's what I'm getting in my mind. And I think what is going to happen is, it'll sort of be a storm, but the storm will only take out all the things that are truly no longer meant to be in your life. So think of it as a purge. Think of it as the ultimate purge for yourself. Everything that is truly no longer in alignment with your highest potential is going to be swept away from your life. And this makes sense because the north node and the south node are shifting from Taurus Scorpio axis into the Aries Libra axis, and as someone who just went through that, I'm a Taurus, so what I would say is brace yourself in a way, because you're truly going to need it. And it's not, change can seem very scary, but it is not always scary. Sometimes it is exactly what we need in order to truly grow. And I think that is the message over here. You may feel left out, you may feel no one gets you. I'm also seeing that a lot of disappointments are going to be resurfacing for you. And I think there is a reason why these disappointments are resurfacing in your life. It is for you to really take inventory of what has happened, learn your lessons, make peace with it, cut it out completely and move on. And I think that is why you will really have a lot of things coming up to purge. So what I'm getting here is the full moon cycles are going to be very, very important for you. It's going to be an important time for you to release. So work very closely with the moon cycles, especially during the full moons. I think that is going to be very, very beneficial for you over here. And we have double fives. So it's a lot about change. It's a lot about violent, aggressive change, which is necessary. I think the old structures and old ways of the way you were is no longer serving you. And what is really being called of you here is to embrace that change. And I'm really seeing that a lot of people will be taken out of your life. You will not resonate with the same kind of people that you used to. So it's going to be very, very important for you to sort of find your way back home over here. And I would say take this time to really be aware of your feelings, because I think oftentimes we're not even aware as to what is happening to us emotionally, so it's going to be a very important time for you to be mindful and not trick yourself. I think you have been lying to yourself a lot. You have been just trying to get through things by just not dealing with it, and that is no longer going to work for you. And what I'm also seeing over here is the whole of 2023, what it's really going to teach you is to make home wherever you go, and to really feel like you're genuinely at home wherever you go. So the way you view like a home is going to shift. You know, your ideas about home, love, family, all that is also going to shift, you know. And I think that what this year is really going to teach you is, firstly, it's going to be a very big ego death. You know, you're not going to relate to yourself the way you used to, and ego deaths are very painful. You know, there's no way to sugarcoat it, right? It is going to be a very, it's going to be a very painful experience for you, and it's very important that during this experience and this transition, because remember, this is a transitional phase, that you truly learn to be kind to yourself. It's going to be very, very important because you will be integrating a lot of aspects of your own shadow, and you just won't be integrating that. You will learn how to live with it, and not just live with it, but to truly blossom and flourish wherever you are, wherever you go. It doesn't matter. You know, when you're sort of firmly rooted in your own truth and your own reality, nothing can truly, you know, push you off your path over here. And I think what is also going to happen here is you're going to be called upon to relinquish any and all possible codependencies that you have. That's going to be very, very important because you're showing up here as the Nine of Discs. You know, so the lesson for you in 2023 is going to be the fact that you're very complete within yourself. You truly don't need anyone to complete you. So, you know, if you're grasping at people, things, places, ask yourself, why are you doing that? Why are you going above and beyond for other people's validation? How is that truly validating you in any sense? You know, so you are already complete within yourself right now. You may not feel that about yourself, but you are. You may feel you're very fragmented, but you're not. And 2023 is you sort of taking this veil off your eyes, so you can truly see that even the fragmented aspects of yourself is still you. You know, it is still a part of yourself that is supposed to be cherished and honored. So, and I think this is exactly what is going to happen. You know, you're going to have scenarios, you're going to have people show up, you're going to have certain triggering events happen. So you can, you know, take this veil off your eyes. You know, it's the best example I can give here is, you know, like any superhero trope movie, right? The superhero only realizes their superpowers once they have been cornered and they have been triggered and they sort of don't have a choice. You know, they have sort of been backed in a corner and they have no choice but to levitate, you know. So that is exactly what is going to happen over here. So I would say moving forward, don't try to mitigate things. Don't try to settle for things or people. Don't try to look at your challenges as opportunities and a way for growth. Because that is what is truly being called of you here. It is to grow. And we have the Knight of Discs, which is very against the very nature of Aries. You know, you want to start new things and, you know, you just want to be on to the next thing. And I think by that, what I mean to say is you're truly going to learn the value of delayed gratification. You know, you're going to see that all the seeds you plant will not give you the results right away, but you will be okay and you will be happy waiting for it whenever it is ready to sprout, you know. So your manifestations are also going to be very, very important over here. And I think in 2023, you're also going to be working very, very heavily with your intuition because you're going to finally learn how to be okay with the unknown. And I am seeing a lot of shadow work for you. You know, we have 2 shadow work channels on the reading, so please check them out. You may really need it. You know, 2023 is going to be the year where you completely integrate your shadow, where it is no longer like blocking you on your path, but it is sort of helping you and aiding you to where you truly need to be. You know, you're almost going to be making this animal part of yourself whole again. You know, you'll be integrating these different realities within you, you know, because what I'm seeing right now is you're very fragmented and there is a lot of disappointment there has been certain amount of betrayal, and you feel very abandoned. But you need to know that no one can truly abandon you, because and all that abandonment is only supposed to teach you that you have to learn to show up for yourself regardless of what happens. Regardless of someone shows up for you or not, you will sort of learn to show up for yourself, and that is exactly what is going to happen for you in 2023. You know, you're just going to cut out the BS. You're just going to cut out anything and everything that is truly no longer serving you. You're also going to be comfortable being uncomfortable for long periods of time, because you will realize that it is through that muddiness that you truly will be able to blossom like the lotus that you are. And it's almost like you will be perfecting yourself through these tribulations. And like I said, there's no way to sugarcoat an ego death, but it is going to happen, and it is going to be probably the best thing that can happen to you. Because even you can't keep living the way you have been living. So I think this is truly an invitation for you to really like take a leap into the unknown. That's going to truly help you over here. That's exactly what you also need. You need to burn everything down to the ground in true Aries fashion and build things up again, knowing that you don't have to get your results right away. And I think this time around you will be okay not knowing, you will be okay waiting, which hasn't really happened for the collective of Aries in general. You're not going to be denying yourself anymore, and you're no longer going to be standing in your own way. You will sort of realize how important even the pain is, and you will sort of come to the realization of your own strength, your own growth. So it's going to be a very deep healing and yet a very deeply transformative time for you. And like I said, it's not going to be easy, but it is only through something like this will you truly recognize your own strength, your own true strength. And you will be able to even expand your own limits and boundaries of what you thought was possible for you. And this is also going to be a year of mastery of your emotions. I don't think your emotions are ever going to get in your way. I think you have demonized your own emotions to a great extent, and you're going to stop doing that in 2023 finally. And I think that is exactly what you need to do, and that's going to happen regardless of, no matter how much you loathe yourself, it's going to happen. Like I said, it is through the muddy waters that the lotus will bloom, and that is exactly what is going to happen for you over here. So just focus on perfecting yourself, and just knowing that you can never truly perfect yourself, but it will always be a process. It will always be a process to learn something about yourself, and still hold that space for yourself where you allow yourself to do things you've never done. And another thing about the eclipses is what I even realized with my own personal life was, you will have a lot of people that have been just dragged out of your life, and trust me, it is for the best. The God will take out the trash before truly blessing you, and this is going to be a year for you to be truly blessed. So there will be people taken out of your life. There will be people you will no longer resonate with. Don't try to take it personally. Don't try to enforce codependency which doesn't even exist, because you need to realize that you're complete here within yourself. You truly don't need anyone. You're showing up here as a Nine of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles is someone who's very, very okay. And here we literally have the Baphomet, and Baphomet is about perfection in the physical world. It is about finding that dynamic balance within yourself, regardless of what happens on the outside. You're not going to be moved. You're not going to be shaken. You will be the master of your own emotions, and these disappointments will just feel like something of yesterday. So it's going to be a heavy time, but it is exactly what you need right now. And you will be grateful for all these rather painful experiences one day too. Trust me on that. But I think you will finally learn the importance of slow and steady wins the race. Which again, like I said, it's not usually the Aries nature. You just want to go full out and conquer things. And you will sort of learn different ways of conquest. You will also learn indirect ways of conquest. Very powerful. We'll shuffle some oracle, see any additional messages. So we have butterfly, which reads rebirth, and this is exactly, it just confirms what I've been trying to say all this while. It reads, you can reinvent yourself, open to the rewards of change. You have the brilliance to share with the world. Love every part of your journey. You are like in the cocoon stage, and who you're going to be is not who you are right now. So give yourself that space to truly enjoy the process, even of transition, because like I said, you are blooming into this very, very beautiful butterfly, and sometimes it's just very painful, and it is for the best. You're exactly on the right path. You have to understand this. And I'm getting baptism through fire over here. You're almost going to be burnt alive, so to speak, in like medieval sense. But what will be left of you, the residue, the alchemical residue, it's going to be pure gold. You're basically going to be alchemizing yourself. And you will shed these layers of identity, which was never you in the first place. And you will realize that you've never truly lost any part of yourself that you felt you have. And there will be a real sense of coming home to yourself. You're not going to be as fired up by external things people say, friends say, family say, your partner says. None of that is going to shake you, because you will truly be firmly planted and rooted in your own truth. And that is very, very fucking powerful. There is no greater strength than truly being rooted in your own truth. And you won't believe things, you will know things. It's going to be a very different spiritual experience for you. So I would say, let everything that is falling away fall out of your life. If you're losing a car, let it go. If you're losing friends, be grateful you even had their company for how much ever long that you did. And every time you feel you're doing something out of lack and desperation, shift yourself into a more grateful place, and just already be grateful for all the beautiful things you already have. Then it's much easier for universe to truly bless you in the way you need to be blessed. It'll be easier to bring in your manifestations, and you will not hurt yourself more than you already have in the process of completely transforming into this beautiful new butterfly that you have always been destined to be. So it's going to be intense, but it's going to be worthwhile, and you will be very, very grateful about every little thing that has worked out and hasn't worked out for you, because finally you will see the grand design for yourself. And that is very powerful. You don't even need anyone to tell you anything when you go through such a spiritual experience. You just know. Like I said, you won't even believe. You will just know. Right? And I'm seeing a lot of blue and purples over here. So I think you will be getting a lot of downloads. And I think you will also be communicating your truth. You're going to be speaking more. You're going to be telling people how you feel. And I know most Aries people aren't very expressive. You're not going to be bottling yourself up anymore. And trust me, that itself is such a beautiful release. You will allow yourself to cry, because I think that's what you truly need over here. You're almost shifting timelines over here. And coupled with the eclipse in your sign, it's going to be crazy. It's really going to be crazy. But it is exactly what you need. So just get on the dragon's back and just enjoy the show, basically. And still know that yes, there is destiny at play, but destiny is nothing unless it it sort of aligns with your own personal will. You know, you are still the actor. You are the one taking the action to make the necessary changes over here. You have it within you. You always have. You just don't see it within yourself right now. And 2023 is going to sort of lift the veil, like I said, and show you what is truly has always been there. You know, you were complete all along. Yeah. So that's all I have for my Aries. Again, it's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below. And I will see you guys in the next reading. All the best. Thank you. Hello, my Tauruses. This is your 2023 predictions. I'm a Taurus too, so we're in this together. We are asking angels, ancestors, spirit guides, ascended master, star family today. What can my Tauruses expect in 2023? I mean, to say the least, 2022 has been really crazy, but also really magical. And, you know, being a fixed earth sign that we are, you know, we really hate the changes. But I think the collective of Tauruses, I think we've really been seeing how being flexible about certain things is kind of good after all. I mean, that's something I've been learning, you know, about myself too. So, yeah, it's been intense. It's been really intense. But it's been also really awesome, I would say, 2022. Let's see, what can we expect? (2023). Okay. Okay, Tauruses, we have 5 of Cups, the Tower, 5 of Pentacles, the Judgment, 7 of Wands, the Hierophant, Ace of Cups, King of Cups, and the Page of Cups. So, what I'm seeing here is, for the collective of Taurus, I think finally I'm saying we, obviously, I think finally we will be in a place where we will finally like let go of the past. You know, I think that, I mean, I think most of us have let go of the past, but there is still some residual energy of the past in our sort of presence, in our aura. So that's going to go away. And I think what 2022 has done for us is it's really showed us structures, ways, beliefs, patterns, things that have truly not worked for us. It has really illuminated a lot of truth for us, which was rather obscured because of our own conditionings and patterns. And I think that is going. I think finally we will be in a space where we can also be grateful about the spirit milk, so to speak, over here. You know, you will be able to cut your losses and completely move on. You know, so I'm seeing a lot of movement here. You know, I get it that a lot of the Tauruses have been putting in the hard work, but you haven't. It's not up to your satisfaction, the results. So I'm seeing that you will be moving towards a time where you will be satisfied with your results. And I think 2022 already was very intense, where you had no choice but to follow your calling. And I think that is going to be even more intense in 2023, you know. So you're just going to go deeper into your own calling over here. And I think the collective of Taurus really needs to know that. And I feel most of us are single, you know, like I'm single too. So you will have new love coming in. There is going to be new love coming in. But this will only happen if you keep walking the path of your destiny. And I think a lot of y'all feel the angelic presence around you. You feel your ancestors around you. And just know that even if you're alone, standing all, you have all the possible backup you could need. You know, you definitely have your angels protecting you at all times. So that's going to be a very, very important lesson over here. And you're going to have newfound love even for yourself. You know, I feel a lot of Tauruses have been struggling with self-love and just struggling with your emotions. So just know that you will master your emotions in 2023 completely. It I would say it's a very similar reading to the Aries reading that I just did. You know, we have very similar cards over here. So 2023 is going to be the year about personal mastery. You know, you're going to really master yourself and master all the elements and all the aspects of your life that you felt were not in alignment and sync with who you truly are. So I think Taurus is also going to be learning a lot. You're going to be learning a lot and you're also going to be teaching a lot. You know, there's going to be an equal exchange of knowledge. And I feel a lot of y'all and my Tauruses are like spiritual. So, you know, you're going to be going deeper into your spirituality here as well, is what I'm seeing. So, you know, if you want to study something, go for it. Something spiritual, go for it. This is going to be a great time for you to deepen your own personal knowledge and deepen your own relationship with God, universe, whatever you believe in, the higher power here. You know, but you're going to be going deeper in your relationship and your intimacy with God. That's what I'm really seeing that over here. I'm sensing a lot of exhaustion, and I know a lot of Tauruses have been working very, very hard in 2022. So just know that yes, you're going to have to work hard in 2023 as well, but it's not going to be as difficult. You will also get the time to release and decompress and de-stress. And I think I think Tauruses are just going to kill it in 2023 because you're going to finally have this compassion for yourself which you've truly never had for yourself. You know, you're going to truly pour into your own cup first before pouring into others. You know, you're going to really enjoy your own personal stability over here. And despite feeling stable in yourself, you will, like I said, you're going to be very okay with last minute changes in the plan. And I get it, I'm a Taurus too, you know, nothing pisses me off as much as like last minute changes in the plan because I just don't have the time to like figure out what to do, right? So you're finally going to be in a place where you'll be cool as a cucumber with any sort of changes, you know, whether people are there, people are not there, it doesn't matter. You know, you're going to be rocking it, you're going to be killing it, is what I'm really seeing over here. Another thing, what I'm really seeing over here is you're going to get much closer with your inner child. You're going to have a much better relationship with your inner child that you probably haven't allowed yourself to have. You know, so you're going to finally enjoy the creative aspects of things over here. You're going to really enjoy being your creative self. You know, you're going to really enjoy your own body, your own sensuality. You know, you're going to really enjoy the small things. You know, like visiting the beach with your friends, for example. That's going to be very fulfilling for you. So it seems like a very, very great year. You know, and like I said, you're going to be completely mastering your emotions. Your emotions are not going to get the best of you, and it never does for a Taurus anywhere, unless we really take it personally. But I think in 2023, you're not even going to take things so personally. You're going to be just going to be very chill about whether whether you have things or don't have things, you know. And I'm also seeing that your career is going to look very, very good. You know, you're finally going to receive everything that you have been working hard for. You know, you're going to receive the goodness, you're going to receive the love. And like I said, you know, there is new love coming in. So be ready for that, my Taurus singles. And I would say you will even find more strength to get through certain difficulties that will come up for you in 2023. You will really take it in your stride. You will not take it personally. You know, you will really take it as a learning lesson it is, and not sort of spin narratives in your head about how it is affecting you or how it's not affecting you. You know, you're not going to be bothered the way you used to be, if that makes sense. Yeah, and I think in 2023, you're really going to figure out what you truly want from yourself and what do you want for your future over here. You know, you're going to have your eyes on the prize and you're just going to go for it. My dad always makes fun of me, you know, because I'm a Taurus, and he's like, you know, Taurus being the bull, you know, a bull will just plow through the field like a madman, and that's what we do, you know. Once we make up our mind about something, it is game over, you know, whether it's a person, whether it's a thing, whether it's a job, whether it's even a hobby, you know, we just go all in. And I'm not saying that is going to change. I would say that is a superpower, but you're very much going to be okay things not going your way, you know. You're going to be okay not having people validate that you are right, even though you are right, if that makes sense. You know. So, you know, keep plowing the field like a crazy bull, because that's what we are basically at the end of the day. And the kind of stability and grounding that we provide for others, no other sign could. You know, so in 2023, also give yourself that space and the time and just enjoy your own energy. You know, and being the earth sign that we are, it would be very advisable just to go out 5-10 minutes, ground your energy in a garden, whatever beach, whatever you have access to. You know, just go out, walk 5-10 minutes every day. It adds up a lot over a long period of time. You know, so you're not going to be pushed off your balance. You know, you're really going to just enjoy it. Just going to enjoy the simple things that you haven't been able to enjoy because, you know, we have been rather preoccupied with a lot of work or things or people or whatever. You know, you're going to finally pour into your own cup. And I think in 2023, Taurus, is what you need to know is be open to love in all manifestations, not just romantic, I would say. You know, so just be okay experiencing love in whatever way it comes to you. You know, don't limit yourself. Yes, it's nice to know something very specific we're trying to manifest, but sometimes the divine wants to bless us with things that we couldn't even think of, we couldn't even conjure with our thoughts. You know, so just be open to it. You know, there's going to be less resistance in 2023 that we've experienced in 2022. You know, you're going to really enjoy letting yourself go, if that makes sense. You know, and there's also going to be a lot of resting time, which we haven't really gotten here in 2022, I would say. So, you know, the future is looking very, very bright. 2023 is looking very, very bright over here. Yeah, and I just see all my Tauruses just walking away from the bullshit, and you know, Tauruses have a very good cutoff game anyway, but it's just going to get even better, you know. So if you're cross watching for a Taurus, you know, you better be on your best behavior. I would say that. Because you're just not, as a Taurus, you're just not going to have the space and the time for people's bullshit. You're just going to be like over it and you're just going to walk away. Yeah. And do you just see how big this giant is compared to so many small people? All these sort of Lilliputians, you know. So that's what we're going to be. You know, we're going to be Gulliver, and your enemies are just going to be these tiny henchmen that you can just blow off in the wind. You know, so just recognize your own power and be chill with it. I don't even have to tell a Taurus to be chill. You know, we're chill 24/7, right? You're also going to have a glow up. You know, if you've already had a glow up, just know that your glow up is going to be even better. You know, you're really going to be shining. Shuffle some oracle. Any additional advice here? Okay, we have the peacock and we have the fox. The peacock reads vibrancy. You were born to shine and inspire. Wasn't I just saying, you know, you're just gonna shine? Practice humility to avoid jealousy. Be grateful for life, and more good things will come. Be true to yourself and recognize your brilliance. So, you may have certain aspects where you feel lack, and it may come up. So even before you act out of desperation, just ask yourself, where is this coming from? And nip it in the bud right then and there. Don't let it grow into this horrible monster that'll like eat at you, you know. And peacocks are the most, they're the most prettiest of the birds, right? Like they're so, like, you just can't help but look at a peacock, right? Like it's just there, you have to look at it, right? And that's how your energy is going to be in 2023, so like I said, you're going to shine, and you're going to even inspire a lot of people over here, so keep that one track mind on your goal and just go for it. That's going to be very, very important over here. And we have the fox spirit, which reads, you are swift and smart. Solutions to problems are easily found. Always listen to your instincts. Resources surround you. Be open to romance. So, singles, expect new love for sure. And this is going to be an equal, you're not going to have to settle. You're not going to have to settle for an average guy. You're not going to have to settle for an ugly guy. You're just not going to be about that life anymore. Even though you love someone, you very well know that you were just settling for everyone that you've ever been with, So just know you're not going to be settling anymore, and you wouldn't have to settle. You're already elevating, and you're going to meet someone who's at your level. So you won't have to explain, you won't have to water yourself down. You can be your beautiful peacock self and just shine, and not worry about people's jealousy, and not worry about who you're rubbing the wrong way. You're just not going to have to people please anymore, right? So you're going to be, like I said, you're also going to be very swift and smart about how you handle and tackle things. You're not going to be as stubborn as people make us to be here. That's what I'm picking up. Like I said, you're going to be very flexible, and you're going to shine regardless of who is in your life, who's not in your life. You're just going to be so okay just being yourself that nothing else matters. It truly doesn't. Any other messages? Yeah, so that's all I have for my Tauruses. Again, it's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below. So you can definitely reach out for a private reading, and I'll see you guys in the next reading. Thank you. Hello, my Geminis. This is your 2023 predictions. So we'll shuffle some tarot, and we'll ask angels, ancestors, spirit guides, ascended master, star family. What can my Geminis expect in 2023? What can Geminis expect in 2023? We thank you for these clear, concise, and accurate messages. We thank you for always guiding us, especially when we need it the most. What can my Geminis expect in 2023? Okay, my Geminis, we have Two of Pentacles, Five of Cups, King of Swords, Four of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, Nine of Cups, Ace of Cups, Page of Wands, and the Strength card. So what I'm seeing here, Geminis, is you'll finally be in a place where you'll truly start loving yourself. I think y'all haven't been loving yourselves the way you truly need to be. And I think at times that means being truly accountable for yourself and also being completely honest with yourself. So it's going to be much easier for you to be transparent and honest with yourself about what is working and what is not working in your life. And what this awareness will bring for you at first is some certain disappointments about things that haven't worked out for you, certain things from your past which are truly, they have never truly served you, and they're definitely no longer serving you now. So you will be in this process of letting go of things, and you will be juggling things. You'll be juggling work with like a few other things. You could be having multiple streams of revenue in 2023. I'm also sensing travel. So there's going to be great travel for you in 2023 as well. And you're just going to be very strategic, and you're actually going to use your ability to overthink in the best way possible to benefit you. It's no longer going to be a detriment. You're no longer going to be overthinking yourself into a grave. You're going to strategize, you're going to plan, and you're actually going to be able to achieve what you truly want over here, which is truly great. You're also going to be very specific and particular about your finances, where you're putting your time, money, efforts, energy, relationships, work, personal, all of it. It's going to be very important over here. And it's very much going to be 2023 for you is going to be very much a year of getting to know yourself at a much deeper level than you have before. And you sort of won't be afraid of peeling certain layers that you have pushed yourself away from. You're not going to be afraid of the confrontational aspects within yourself and even other people. You will sort of jump to the opportunity and really resolve and learn what that lesson is trying to teach you over here. And like I said, you're going to be very conservative with your energy, and I would say that's a great thing. You don't have to give access to anyone and everyone. Time is money at the end of the day. So and you're really going to embody this in 2023. You're just not going to have the time for people's bullshit anymore. So no one is truly going to be able to deceive you, and I think your intuition and your senses are also going to be very heightened over here. You will just know what is for you and what is not for you. So you won't sort of waste time in talking stages. And for my singles, I am seeing new love coming in. But even when the love comes in or it doesn't, you have to keep focusing on yourself and pouring into yourself. We have the Ace of Cups, and like I said, you will truly step into loving yourself in the nicest way possible, in a way that is truly helping you grow and get to the next level. And you will be getting to the next level over here, let me say that. Your manifestation abilities are also going to be becoming very sharp and heightened. So I wouldn't say don't think bad thoughts. Maybe just don't have certain narratives that you attach to your bad thoughts. That's going to be very important. But try to have as good thoughts as possible. Try to be in the vibration of love, and just be open and accepting of love in any and every way it is coming to you. It could come to you in ways of platonic love as well. Your soulmate doesn't have to be romantic all the time. But I'm definitely seeing a romantic soulmate connection coming towards you, and just you finally meeting your soul tribe. So whatever you sort of wish right now will come true for you. So this is a great 2023 is going to be a great time for you to manifest whatever you truly want for your highest good. You don't manifest things that are truly not for you. And if you try to manifest something that is truly not for you, you're not going to be given that. But if you manifest something that is truly meant for you, you will get it. Even if you can't figure out how, it will be given to you. Trust me on this, and try it for yourself, because like I said, you're going to get very magnetic, you're going to be glowing, and you're also going to be attracting anything and everything you truly want to truly get to where you need to be. So it's going to be very important to take charge of your own mind. And like I said, you will finally be in a space where the overthinking that you do as being a Gemini, it will truly benefit you. It's not going to work against you. It's actually going to help you. So the Strength card has decided that it'll jump. So I was getting to the Strength card. The spirits are just like, talk about the Strength card. Okay. So you're going to be in a more active and creative space. You're not going to be as bored as you have been. I'm sensing that a lot of Geminis have been just very, very bored in 2022. So you're finally going to be trying new things on, and you're going to be in a space where you're not afraid anymore. You're not going to talk yourself out of doing something that needs to be done, that needs to be done. And that is what the Strength card is basically trying to tell us over here. You're going to really take charge about what you truly want, and you will also use the negativity of something not working out, and like, instead of you talking yourself out, you will gaslight yourself into doing that even more. You're going to feel really inspired to do things that you never thought you would be capable of doing. So you're going to be really pushing your own boundaries over here. You're going to be very comfortable pushing your own boundaries, and you're going to be very comfortable being uncomfortable, because that is what you truly need for growth. True strength, like I say in my videos, it is not feeling fear. You feel the fear, you feel the doubt, but you realize that it is in your jurisdiction, therefore you can do it. You're going to find the strength and the power to move through it, and do it quite seamlessly, and do it quite eloquently. You're really going to use your mind to its full potential over here, is what I'm getting. You're going to be using your mind to its full potential over here. You're going to be really using the power of your intellect for the good instead of the bad. You're really going to talk yourself into doing things that you would probably avoid at times. So you're going to, at times you will feel like, who am I? So you may even get existential, but that is a good kind of existential. And like I said, you will be comfortable not knowing. You'll be comfortable being uncomfortable for long periods of time, which is great. So you're also going to be very resourceful in 2023. Nothing, like I said, nothing is truly going to stop you. And I don't even think you're going to be your worst enemy over here. You're just going to take whatever you can, put it all together, and make it work and make it run. You're going to be very headstrong. You're not going to be indecisive anymore. 2023 is the year of decisiveness. It is the year of getting what you want. It is setting goals, reaching goals, and having some more goals to reach. So you're not going to be in a space of lack. So if you already feel you are in a space of lack, just let go of that, and try to shift yourself into being in a more abundant mind zone, in just being in a more abundant headspace. That's going to even help you bring in your manifestations even faster. Yeah, I'm also seeing here that your past is no longer going to hold you back anymore. In fact, what your past is going to be is it's going to be the fuel that you exactly need to get to where you truly need to be. And you're going to be very comfortable juggling things. You're going to be a pro at juggling things. You're not you may have blood, sweat, and tears, but on the outside it will come off as very effortless. You're going to at least have, and at least you're going to be able to project this effortlessness even when it takes a lot of effort. And that is a pro thing. Only pros can do that, right? So only like a pro ballerina can make her movements look very soft and supple and controlled, but that only happens from hours and years of practice. And you're going to understand that about yourself. You're going to understand that you can grow something beautiful within yourself, having the sense of delayed gratification with yourself. And you will be more comfortable holding yourself accountable about certain truths about yourself which are sort of hindering you. You're not going to be deluding yourself anymore, if that makes sense. And you're going to use these opposing forces within yourself, and you're going to be alchemizing them into a force that is actually beneficial for you. Like I said, you're no longer going to complain. You're only going to see your challenges as opportunities, which is which is tremendously powerful. It is very, very powerful, you know. We'll shuffle some oracle. Any messages we missed? Any additional messages here? Okay, so here we have the Puffin card, which reads partnership. Accept yourself and your colorful personality. Feel confident about being you. You are a joy bringer. Let your community nourish and protect you. Ask for help. Teamwork will give you the best results. And we have a lot of birds in this deck. So your ancestors, your angels, your spirit guides are working very, very closely to you. You could identify with crows, owls, any sort of birds as being your spiritual animals. So just know that they're working with you. It's going to be a very collaborative time where you do your due diligence and don't worry about the rest. And just know that you will be taken care of in every sense. You're not going to have to worry. And for my singles, yes, there will be new love. But whether there is new love or not, whether it blossoms into a relationship in 2023 or maybe in the future, your goal has to be self-love. Your goal has to be loyalty to yourself first. Even if you have a partner, the best way to attract your partner is to first be loyal to yourself. Don't chase is what I'm trying to say. Don't try to chase anyone or anything. Be the magnet that attracts. You're not going to be chasing anything. Especially people, especially acting out of a place of lack and desperation. That is just not going to serve you. And I think you're going to understand this. You're going to be very strategic about 2023. It's going to be a great year for you to strategize and reach your targets. It's truly a year for you for that over here, Geminis. That's what I'm seeing. And my nose is itchy, so we'll take that as confirmation. Any additional messages? Yeah, so that's all I have for my Geminis. Again, it's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It really helps the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below. And I will see you guys in your next reading. Thank you. Hello Cancers, this is your 2023 predictions. So we're gonna ask angels, ancestors, spirit guides, ascended masters, star family today. What can my collective of Cancers expect in 2023? We thank you for these clear, concise, and accurate messages. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, ascended masters, star family. We thank you for always guiding us, especially when we need it the most. What can my Cancers expect in 2023? Having some difficulty shuffling today. What can my Cancers expect in 2023? Okay, Cancers, we have Six of Cups, Knight of Wands, Seven of Cups, Knight of Swords, Five of Swords, Strength, the Magician, the Hierophant, and we have the Ace of Wands. So, first things first, I think you're going to have a lot of your past resurface, and you have to understand that your past is resurfacing so you can be free of it. You're sort of in the process of purging things out, and 2023, a lot of it is going to be you sort of purging out what is truly no longer needed in your life. And I think you have been very afraid before, and I think you won't be as afraid as you have been in taking certain steps for yourself, for your own growth, for your own healing. You know, you're going to be taking the necessary steps, even if that means stepping outside your comfort zone to do what needs to be done. You know, you're not going to hold yourself back anymore. You're not going to drown in your own emotions here, so to speak. And you're no longer going to be fooling yourself. You know, the veil is going to be lifted. So any sort of self-delusion you experience is going to be gone. You're going to be very crystal clear about what you have to do, what needs to be done, and get it done. You know, you're going to be very, very meticulous about things in 2023. And this itself will help you take a lot of action. And I want you all to know, my Cancers, you're not alone. You have your angels, ancestors, your spirit guides guiding you through all of this. You know, you may be seeing a lot of signs, synchronicities, things along those lines. You may be seeing a lot of numbers. And all of that is a sign for you to feel comfortable and relaxed and not feel so anxious, and just truly do what needs to be done, what is called of you to do. You know, you're very much guided right now, so you're not alone, even if you are in the 3D. Even if you are alone doing things, you will figure it out. You need to have that much faith and trust within yourself. That's going to take you a long, long way. And I think you may have certain circumstances, you may have certain instances that may come up that may be very unpleasant. But what you need to do with that is you truly need to, you need to perceive it differently. You know, that there's misperception happening. You're not able to cognize something correctly. You know, there's this misinterpretation in your cognition, so to speak. And the only way to mitigate that is, being more honest with yourself. And like I said, you're not going to be as delusional. You're not going to fool yourself anymore. And I think that is great, because Cancers can get very dreamy, and that just leads to their own downfall, because most of the times, the collective of Cancers, they're not very grounded. And another message for you coming over here is to please ground yourself, because there will be times when your emotions may override you. And before you get to a point of weaponizing your emotions, you nip it in the bud right then and there. You know, you're not going to have like a victim narrative anymore, so to speak, because you're going to take charge of your life, and you're going to, you know, do course correction wherever the need be. And we have the strength card, so you're no longer going to be afraid. And by that, what I mean is, yes, you will feel the fear, you will feel the doubts, but you won't let that get the best of you. You're going to win regardless over here. Victory is yours. And I think you will also be in a space of acceptance. You will be more accepting about your own shortcomings and your own losses, and you won't sort of be in denial about those things. And trust me, that is majority of our clutter. If we can just be true and honest with ourselves, that is half the battle won. And I think that is what 2023 is going to bring for you. You're going to have like a clear vision through your own emotions. It is, your emotions are no longer going to block you. It is something that is going to work for you and not against you. You're going to really sort of ride the wave of your emotions over here. And I'm also seeing that your belief systems will change. Your own personal identity is going to shift here in a very major way, in a very great way. And this is the kind of change we want over here. So you're going to be in a space where you're okay changing. You're okay with, just letting things go. And the more you let go, the more you will realize you will be making space for something greater and something better to come in over here. And we have the Magician card, so you just need to know that you are very powerful manifestors, and your ability to be dreamy, it really helps you bring something from the intangible into the tangible, into the material manifested reality. And so it's all the you have to be all the more accountable for your own positive and negative thoughts, because that is what you're going to be attracting. So speak your truth and do what needs to be done, and please manifest, because a magician is someone who is in complete balance within and outside. You know, the magician is the master of the elements, and the magician has the tools of and the elements to create anything he wishes and he desires. It is his. And you need to understand that you are this powerful magician in 2023. You know, so you can get whatever you want that is in your highest and your greatest good. And trust me, if you try to manifest something that is not in your highest and your greatest good, you're never gonna get it. You know, only when you manifest something that is in your highest and your greatest good, you will actually get it. And you will actually get it much easier, and it'll be just given to you, and you wouldn't even have to figure out how. Trust me on this. Your core belief systems are going to be changing. You know, you're not going to be as negative anymore. You're not going to sulk as much. You're not going to internalize things as much as you used to. Even if you do, you will sort of get back up on your feet and keep it moving, you know, which is great. And what I'm seeing here is you're going to have many sparks of inspiration, and you will have a lot of potential for you to tap into 2023. So, you know, having discipline is going to be very important, and just being consistent. You know, cancers are a cardinal sign, and at times they can be very inconsistent. You know, you may start something and never complete it, but delayed gratification is going to be very, very important for you. And more than anything, just being completely transparent and honest with yourself is going to really help you and take you a long, long way, you know. So I think that is a very great message over here. And like I said, you know, your circumstances necessarily aren't going to change. You know, what you need to change is the way you're viewing things. You need to have a more bird's eye point of view as to what is truly happening in your life. And this will even help you accept certain defeats. You know, you're sort of like a snake shedding its skin. So, you know, be kind and gentle and loving to yourself in this process. But I'm seeing that your passions are going to be coming up again. So if you have been feeling lethargic, bored, all that is going to go. You're going to have new things that you want to try and you want to do. And again, you know, you're showing up here as a very powerful manifester. So just go for it. And I think your manifestations are very much linked here to your own belief systems, you know. Till you feel, for example, you can manifest a Bentley, for example, as much as you want, but till you feel you're truly deserving of that Bentley, you're not going to get it. You know, this is just an example applied to your situation. You know, only when you feel you're deserving, when you believe you're deserving, when you know you're deserving, you will get that Bentley just like tomorrow. And I think that is something that this paradox is something you're going to be mastering in 2023. You know, you're going to firstly understand the full range of your emotions, and you're going to use it in a way that it actually benefits you, and it truly helps others also. It's not going to be like a self-serving bias. You're not going to act out of a place of lack. You know, so you may have to even do a certain amount of shadow work, which is very required of you. So, and like I said, you're going to be in a much more accepting space with yourself, so it'll be much easier for you to do this shadow work. Yeah. Shuffle some oracle for some additional messages. Anything I missed here for my cancers? What can my cancers expect? Okay, wow. So we have the snow leopard, which reads self-reliance. And I'm seeing a lot of big cats on this tarot deck. You know, we have the black panther and we have the snow leopard. So you may identify with feline energy. You may be seeing a lot of cats. Take that as a sign. Snow leopard reads, you are strongly independent and often solitary. Integrity is important for the best outcome. Cloak yourself with invisibility and walk with the shamans. Use your intuition and let your life unfold in silent perfection. That is so beautiful. So, like I said, you know, you may feel very alone in 2023, but you're truly not. You have your angels, ancestors, spirit guides guiding you through this. This is a rite of passage for you. You know, you're going to be shifting timelines, and that is not easy feat. And what is a snow leopard? A snow leopard is someone who survives in extreme cold, in extreme weather conditions, by themselves. You know, a snow leopard is not a pack of wolves. You know, a pack of wolves still have each other. a snow leopard hunts by themselves, right? And it does everything on its own. So what I'm getting here, even with the whole collective of Cancer, is this: there is this need to have codependency and have these attachments, you know, to have these clingy attachment styles. So what I'm seeing here is what 2023 is going to do for you is it's going to trigger you. And it's going to trigger you to truly not be codependent, because you're not codependent. Firstly, you feel you're codependent to certain things, people, whatever, you know, but you're not. You are showing up here as this beautiful, majestic snow leopard. You don't need anyone. You don't need anyone for your growth. Your growth is not halted because of anyone. And I think this is the personal accountability that you will start taking for yourself. And trust me, when you start doing this, you will start seeing the changes right away, because you will be walking the path that you have always been meant to walk. And that is very, very fucking powerful, you know. So 2023 is going to be relinquishing your codependency and overdependency with others, and you releasing certain attachment styles that you have, certain validation tactics that you have, because there is this often this sense and this need to be validated constantly. So that is going to go away. You know, your work is going to validate you. Waking up, working out, going to the gym every day, that is going to validate you. Again, I'm just giving examples. You know, your everyday life is going to validate you, so you're not going to feel incomplete. You're going to truly learn to feel complete within yourself, like this beautiful snow leopard over here. Yeah, I just love this card. Yeah. Any other messages? Yeah, so that's all I have for my Cancers. Again, it's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow. If you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below. So you can definitely reach out for a private reading, and I'll see you guys in the next reading. Thank you and all the best. Hey Leos, this is your 2023 reading. So we are asking angels, ancestors, spirit guides, ascended masters, star family today, what can my Leos expect in 2023? We thank you for these clear, concise, and accurate messages, Spirit. We thank you for always guiding us, especially when we need it the most. What can my Leos expect in 2023? Okay, Leos, we have the Temperance, Seven of Swords, Knight of Discs, Three of Wands, Six of Swords, Page of Cups, Five of Wands, Page of Swords, and the Moon card. So I think 2023, you know, you're going to be quite literally like this Temperance card. You know, you're going to be the cat in the water, so to speak, you know. I think finally you will be in a place where you will understand that yes, it's important to have your integrity, but you will learn to be tactful and maintain your integrity while still doing what needs to be done, and not being such a people pleaser anymore, you know. And I think what is also going to happen in 2023 for you, my Leos, is you're going to be very comfortable being uncomfortable. You know, like cats by their very nature, they don't like water, but you know, this tiger is quite literally swimming in the water, and you know, we have the birds on top. So I think you are going to be tested, but it's going to be the best kind of testing you could ever ask for. And you know, I think you're going to do quite well in this. And you also have your ancestors working very closely with you at this time. So I think what you need to do is you just need to give away all your stresses. You know, just just speak it out into existence that you're giving it to your ancestors and your angels to handle, and they will. You know, a lot of y'all just need to ask for help over here. You're just trying to manage too many things, and you're trying to micromanage too many things on your own, and that's just not favoring you in any real way over here, you know. So it's definitely going to be a year where you understand your growth truly lies in discomfort, and you're not going to grow if you're very comfortable, you know. Hence, you're going to be very comfortable being uncomfortable for long periods of time. And there's also going to be like this sense of shedding of your old skin, you know. So you may go through like a spiritual awakening and like a ego death, but you're going to be more willing in letting go and washing away aspects and parts of yourself that you don't no longer resonate with, you know. So you're going to be in a much more liberating space with yourself. And 2023 for you, Leos, it's going to be a lot about delayed gratification, and you're going to be firstly learning what exactly delayed gratification is, and you're going to get comfortable with delayed gratification. I think you're going to understand that you can't just have things, you know, even if you manifest, you can't just have things out of thin air. You know, things need to take root, and the seed has to grow, and you're going to be patient enough to water your seed and watch it blossom into something really beautiful over here. And I am seeing you are going to have certain challenges coming towards you in 2023, but it is nothing you're not going to be able to trailblaze over here. You know, this Five of Wands card is very interesting. You know, here we have quite literally a lion trailblazing through the dark forest, you know. So you will be able to sort of go and tap into the abyss and come out with like a winning streak over here is what I'm getting. You're going to be able to conquer any sort of challenge that comes towards you, and by the end of 2023, you're not even going to look at something as a challenge. You'll just see it as an opportunity. You're just going to see it as an opportunity for growth. And coming to the Six of Swords, you know, we have this dichotomy of the white snake and the black snake. So you're going to finally understand that you do have the masculine and the divine feminine within you at all times, you know, and you're going to sort of be in balance, and you're going to be able to switch it and shift it whenever the need be, you know. You're going to be able to achieve very dynamic balance, and dynamic balance is, just because you're balanced in one moment doesn't mean you're going to be necessarily balanced in the second, you know. But you're going to be able to integrate yourself regardless of what is happening externally for you, which I think is really powerful. And the Six of Swords is telling me that, you know, even if you're going through these challenges, it is a rite of passage for you. You know, you may be fighting things alone, but you're truly you were never alone to begin with. You know, you have your ancestors very closely working with you, and you know, here we have quite literally Archangel Raphael, you know, taking these kids and these sort of different aspects, you know, like the wild aspect of ourselves, the inner child aspect, and the more older aspect, you know, and he's sort of guiding them out of the conflict. So you're going to have a lot of angelic protection around you. You may be seeing a lot of crows, birds, owls. You may be seeing a lot of feathers. Just take that as a sign to relax you, because you may feel very anxious. You may feel very confused at times as to what is happening and where are you going, but you're going to get your way. And what you need to know most importantly here is you're going to get all your investments returned. You know, whatever some financial investments you make, or even if it's not money, you know, even if you're energetically making an investment, it's going to come back to you in ways you couldn't even think about, you know. So just do your due diligence is what the cards are really saying over here. And 2023 for you is going to be a very creative time. You're going to be more at peace than you have been, and you're going to be in a place where you're really in touch with your inner child, and you're making sure you have a good relationship with your inner child. So when that happens, you're going to be in a more creative flow. And not just a creative flow, you'll just be in the flow of doing things. You're not going to resist as much. You're not going to be stubborn about things that you know are not really good for you. So I would say this is a lot of self-improvement right here, you know, because you're just not going to have those internal conflicts where you're doing something that you know you shouldn't be doing. You know, you're going to be more mindful about how and where you invest your time, energy, and who you invest it with. So that's great maturity at your end, I would say. I think you're also going to be very vocal. You're going to communicate more. So I feel a lot of y'all perhaps have a job where you have to do some sort of public speaking, or you have to deal with people, anything along those lines. Just know that that is going to go well for you. You're going to have great communication skills in 2023. And I would say in 2023, what you need to be very careful about is, if something feels like an illusion, if something feels confusing, it probably is. You may, and like I was saying, you're going to be tested, and this is the test over here. The moon card. The moon card in the major arcana is like the final sort of test before you get enlightened, if that makes sense. So in the moon card, you at the stage of the moon, you truly need to let go of everything you held on to, whether it was something you liked or you disliked. You sort of have to completely transform. So, and that is exactly what is going to happen to you in 2023. So don't try to mitigate things. Don't try to damage control. Don't try to grasp at things. Don't try to attach yourself to things that are truly no longer for you. So you're going to be in a greater space of just being more mindful, and therefore you'll be able to detach yourself from very confusing things in your life. So you're not going to be deceived easily in relationships, in your business, in whatever you do over here. You're going to have your eyes on the prize, and you're just going to go for it. So be in a space where you're able to plan things in advance. That will also really help you over here. So great planning skills and being strategic about how you go about things is really, really going to help you over here. Like I said, with the Seven of Swords, you're no longer going to be afraid about occupying the space that you truly occupy, and you're not going to be ashamed about it. You understand what is happening here is, I think you're understanding your much greater purpose over here. And I'm not necessarily seeing new love. So I think 2023 is going to be a year for you to truly focus on yourself. You are going to be the center of your attention, if that makes sense. And at times we truly need to be alone, because there's no way we can truly ascend with other people. We sort of have to do our ascension alone at times, and that is what 2023 is bringing for you. So it's going to be change, but change for the good. It is not going to be something that is going to take you towards detriment. It is definitely something that is taking you closer to your higher self over here. So a lot of patience for you in 2023, and really just enjoying the virtue of patience with just any and everything. And that's what I'm saying. You are going to be tried over here. So again, controlling your anger is another very important thing coming through. Learning to control your temper, and just the very natural reactions that you have. You're going to be very mindful, so you won't react, but you will be able to respond to things in a more healthy way, and not be as toxic, if that makes sense. But yeah, it's going to be a very powerful change for you. And I think it's also like an inevitable change. I don't think you can stop this from happening. So I think what you really need to do is, you just need to brace yourself and just go all in. You're also going to be mastering your own ego. You're going to be integrating your ego in a way that doesn't hurt you and doesn't hurt people around you and your loved ones. So you are going to be very, very mindful. So I would say try to meditate in 2023 whenever you can. It's going to be very, very helpful. 5-10 minutes every day. It adds up to a lot over a long period of time. So try to make meditation a priority. It's really, really going to help. Another thing that I'm really seeing over here is, you are going to be experiencing love, but you just need to be open to experiencing love in whatever way, shape, form it comes to you. And because what I'm seeing in 2023 is, you're going to experience divine love. And it is not always romantic. It could just be hanging out with your friends, going to the beach, whatever, you know. So you're going to expand your heart. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Your heart chakra is going to expand in a very major way. So it's not an easy feat to expand your heart chakra, but it is going to happen, and you will sort of you will find the courage within your heart. After all, you guys are Leos, right? And lion is always really connected to the heart. It's the courage of the lion in your heart. So you're going to be tapping into your zodiac totem very powerfully over here. Shuffle some oracle. Any additional messages? We have eagle, which reads mastery. You are on a spiritual journey beyond the sky. Let go of the past and soar. You are guided by the winds of spirit. Your wisdom inspires the world. You are like this solitary eagle. You are going to soar the skies. So I think what you need to do in 2023 is not get in your own goddamn way. Stop being your biggest enemy over here. And I feel a lot of y'all just being Leos, you would probably do something in the public eye. You could sing, you could act, you could dance, or you could be a tarot reader, astrology, whatever you do. You could have a YouTube. Just step more into being seen, because it is sort of your destiny to be seen. And I think it's not just what you're doing. Through what you're doing something much deeper. You're healing other people, and that is very, very powerful. So you're very, very needed over here. So don't get in your own way, basically, because you are like this eagle. You can sort of fly above this mountain very, very easily. And oftentimes mastery comes when you're alone. You're not you If you keep pouring into your friends, your lover, your family, your kids, whatever, you don't have all that energy to pour into yourself. So be a little selfish, if that makes sense, and just truly pour into yourself, because it's going to be very imperative for you to invest in yourself in the best way possible, which you are going to be doing in 2023. Just reach for the stars. Yeah, that's what Spirit is really saying over here. Any additional messages? Yeah, so that's all I have for my Leos. Again, it's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It really means a lot. It helps the channel grow. If you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below. And I wish you all the best, and I'll see you guys in the next reading. Thank you. Hello Virgos, this is your 2023 predictions. So we're asking angels, ancestors, spirit guides, ascended masters today, how will 2023 be for my Virgos? What can my Virgos expect in 2023? We thank you for these clear, concise, and accurate messages, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, ascended masters. We thank you for always guiding us, especially when we need it the most. What can my Virgos expect in 2023? Okay, Virgos, we have Sire of Pentacles, which is the King of Pentacles in this deck. Four of Cups, Two of Swords, the High Priestess, Page of Cups, Five of Wands, the Hierophant, Three of Swords, and the Devil. So it's going to be a very intense year for my Virgos, for sure. I think things are going to be very fast-paced for you. I think a lot of things are going to happen in like a short period of time and a short span of time. So being the earth sign that you are, you really need to ground yourself. So even if you can just go 5-10 minutes outside, walk bare feet in grass, or just walk in a forest, something, just ground and earthing your energy is really, really going to benefit you a lot, because you're going to have very fast paced changes in 2023. Things are going to be very intense. And you may feel very in your head, Virgo is ruled by Mercury, and all Virgos I know are like in their head all the time. So it's going to be very important for you to truly ground yourself and not be in like a mental prison by yourself, you know. So overthinking is really not going to be very helpful for you in 2023, because what that is going to do to you is you're going to feel bored. You're going to feel very, very bored. You'll feel burnt out. You'll feel drained. You'll just feel like very over it. And not just that, it'll keep you in a space of indecisiveness. And 2023 is not going to be a time for you to be indecisive, because at the end of the day, you're showing up here as the King of Pentacles. So I feel a lot of my Virgos have been working very, very hard, very tirelessly to have stability, to have, good finances. So your finances are going to be looking very, very well. I feel a lot of y'all will start earning for the very first time in 2023. Or if you're already earning, you're going to be earning more. You're going to have enough for yourself and to give someone else, you know. So even if you are in a very indecisive state, you're not going to be there for a very, very long time, because you have the High Priestess after the Two of Swords, so you will, like I said, it's going to be a very fast-paced year for you. So even if you are in like a mental confusion, you're not going to be there for a very, very long time. You will also be getting a lot of downloads. You're going to be very, very guided. You may be seeing a lot of signs, synchronicities, angel numbers, feathers, whatever. Take all that as a sign that you're very, very guided, and there's no way you can be lost. There's no freaking way that you will feel left out or lost. So please remove that out of your mind. Everything is happening for you and not to you. All this is happening so you can realize your true potential. And what I'm seeing here is 2023 is going to be a year where you finally start taking care of your emotional body that you haven't been doing. I think you have been in survival mode for a very, very long time. You haven't had the time, space, and the energy to just really invest in yourself. So for once, instead of cleaning the house, you will be like cleaning your heart, if that makes sense. So you're not going to give into your defense mechanisms as easily, because you're going to be more accepting towards healing and wanting to change. You're going to be very open. Your heart is going to be very, very open over here, which it hasn't been for a very, very long time. You're going to truly like make peace with your inner child. And I think you have been at odds with your inner child for a very, very long time. So there won't be a lot of mental dissonance. You're not going to have a lot of mental anguish that you have experienced all these years before. 2023, you will feel very clear-sighted, even if things are not very clear to you, because you're showing up here as a High Priestess. So your intuition is going to be your best friend. Your intuition is really, really going to be your best friend. So don't ignore it. You're getting important downloads, signs, synchronicities, through your ancestors, your spirit guides, and your angels. You're not alone. Even if you feel you are, you're truly not. You're going to have more clarity about just yourself and other people in your life also. The water is not going to be very muddy and cloudy. It's going to be very crystal clear. You're going to, like I said, even if you are like in a confused space, you're going to resolve it very, very fast and just keep it moving, because you're going to have a lot of things to juggle. You're going to have a lot of work. And I know Virgos just love working, So so try to not overwork yourself. Don't try to burn yourself out. Don't try to bury yourself in your work also, if that makes sense. Don't try to avoid your problems by working more or cleaning more. Stop doing that. You will have certain conflicts coming towards you over here. You will have certain conflicts, but just see any conflict that comes towards you. Don't try to see it as a challenge, but try to see it as an opportunity, because you are going to grow a lot, and the only way to truly grow is to go through challenges. You're not going to get good at maths by just orally practicing it, right? You're going to have to write your tables down. So just think of every test as an opportunity to grow and get better. So you're going to get very, very ambitious also. And again, I feel a lot of y'all are struggling with money. Y'all feel very over dependent on others. That is going to change in 2023. You will be making your own money, and you'll be making good money. So if you're stressed about finances, don't be. If you're stressed about getting a job, don't be. You will get a good job. A very important thing that is going to happen for you in 2023 is your core belief systems are going to change. And that can be very, very difficult because you have ascribed to one way of living, and you're sort of changing that. You're sort of changing your whole structure as to how you see yourself and others, and this sort of breaking down and recreating the structure is something that is going to clear a lot of this mental fog and confusion that you truly have over here. So you're going to finally learn how to not be your biggest enemy. And I feel a lot of y'all will also be in a position of power where you will be helping other people too. And I know Virgos love to help, so important to have boundaries also. Don't overspend yourself on others, if that makes sense. So we have Three of Swords here, and the way I'm reading this Three of Swords is you may try dating someone in 2023 and it may not work out. Or if you're already seeing someone, you may have certain issues come up in your relationship. And even if someone walks away from your life, if someone leaves you, try to see it as a good thing, try to see it as a blessing. Because they were not meant to be in your life than they already have been. Some people are only meant to be in your life for a season. And that's what that is. So don't try to give something more meaning than it doesn't need. Don't try to make a tuna sandwich a grilled sandwich. If you know what I mean. Like, don't be careful with your heart. Don't invest in something more than it needs to be invested in. So use your discernment, especially with your heart. Be very, very careful about who you be around and who you sleep with, basically. Because you may have to perhaps kiss certain frogs who may try to bite you, but just know all that is also happening for your benefit. You're going to have to learn certain important lessons. So again, for 2023, I would say I'm not really seeing new love for you per se, but you're going to be the main character, in your own life. You're going to have main character energy, and you're going to truly live like that. So you're going to finally be the center of your own attention, and you're going to pour into yourself. A lot of y'all will have a glow up of some kind. A lot of y'all will start looking better. Your skin will start feeling better. If you're working out, you're going to get the results, So keep doing that. And I think the most important message for you over here is don't make a bad situation worse for yourself. Be very, very careful. Don't try to, like I said, don't try to make a grilled sandwich a tuna sandwich. That I know that's a very weird analogy, but I hope you get it. Because you have a lot of things going for you in 2023. So small matters and small situationships with other people, that is not something that should tie you down and bring out some horrible addictive patterns within you. Because your negative aspects within you also will surface. We have the devil card over here. So certain addictions that you have to people, places, things may show up. You need to clean all the time, for example. All that is going to be very, very triggered, but understand that it is being triggered so you can be free of it. Don't try to indulge in it more. Prove to God, universe, whatever you believe in, that you have truly learned your lesson and you're ready to move on. And you're okay loving yourself when no one can. Because you're going to create a beautiful oasis and sanctuary wherever you go. So, please remember, you are the prize. You are the fucking prize, my Virgos. People are lucky to have you, and it's not the other way around. Especially if someone tries to make you feel, you're not worthy of their love. They don't probably have love to give in the first place. So don't tie yourself down. Don't be your biggest enemy. That is another very important messages. And if you have certain addictions, just know that it will trigger you, but it will trigger you for the best. And you very much have the ability to cut through and be free of your addictions forever in 2023. You're going to have a whole new beginning. You're going to be a whole new person by 2024. You're going to look different, feel different, talk different, walk different, in the best possible ways. So you have a bright future ahead of you. Just don't sabotage yourself. Shuffle some oracle. We have the dog card and we have the horse card. The dog card reads, friend. Today I will love without condition. My energy and enthusiasm are an inspiration. I choose to be happy, I'm protected, and friend. So the way I read the dog card is, it's going to be very, very important for you in 2023 to be loyal to yourself first. If you can't be loyal to yourself, you can't be loyal to anyone else. So loyalty to yourself is going to be the central focus for you in 2023. Don't be loyal to people who wouldn't do the same for you. And be discerning about that. Virgos are very, very analytical and smart, so no more fooling yourself. And we have the horse card, which reads freedom. Your heart is pure and free, a greater purpose calls you. You have unlimited reserves of stamina and strength. You follow the winds of change and accomplish your dreams. So like I was saying, this is confirmation. You're going to be a whole new person by the start of 2023, 2024, by the end of 2023, and this is really a time for you to step into your main character energy, because you have to nourish yourself in ways you haven't been nourished, and you're going to be able to do that, and you're going to do a very good job of it. So be more indulgent in your passions, be more indulgent in what you want to do. Put yourself first, even if other people wouldn't. And you're going to have a heart chakra awakening. Your heart is going to expand, and it's not very pleasant, but it is for the best. So you have nothing to worry about. Like, Virgos just love to worry, so just stop worrying. There's nothing for you to worry. You have a beautiful, bright future ahead of you. The crown is yours for the taking, so just don't get in your own way, basically. Any other messages? Yeah, so that's all I have for my Virgos. Again, it's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below. And I'll see you guys in the next reading. Thank you. Hello Libras, this is your 2023 predictions. So we're asking angels, ancestors, spirit guides, ascended masters, star family today. What can my collective of Libras expect in 2023? We thank you for the clear, concise, and accurate messages, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, ascended masters, star family. We thank you for always guiding us, especially when we need it the most. What can my Libras expect in 2023? How is 2023 going to look for my Libras? Okay, Libras, we have 8 of Wands, the Wheel, 5 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords, 10 of Swords, Queen of Cups, 5 of Cups, 8 of Swords, and 6 of Wands. So I'm going to state the obvious, and I'm going to call you all out right now. Bottling your feelings, compartmentalizing your feelings, repressing your feelings, none of that is going to work for you anymore in 2023. You can't be avoidant with your feelings any fucking more, Libras. Listen up. You cannot just keep repressing things, and 2023 for you is going to be very intense. You're going to have swift changes. You're going to have swift changes that you can't foresee and expect. So, and it makes sense because we have the north node and the south node shifting from the Taurus Scorpio axis into the Aries Libra axis. So it's really going to affect you, and there are going to be lots of changes, but none of these changes are bad. These changes are exactly what you need for your highest growth, for your potential, And during when all this happens, it's going to be very, very important for you to ground your energy. You cannot just be a big mind walking around. You sort of have to be embodied in your body. So moving your body is going to be very, very helpful. Working out, just sweating 15 to 20 minutes every day. Whether you go to the gym, do yoga, swim, whatever you do, it doesn't matter. You have to move your body. You have to love yourself enough to show up for yourself and just sweat your body 15-20 minutes every day. It's going to do you wonders in 2020 and 23, and you're going to need it. You're going to need it because what is happening here is you're going to have a swift breakdown of your own old belief systems. My left ear is ringing, so we'll take that as confirmation. You're going to have a swift breakdown of your own beliefs and constructs that you've held on to for a very, very long time as an act of self-preservation that is no longer going to work for you. You will realize that in order to truly grow, I will have to step out of your comfort zone, basically. And you're going to also be very comfortable being uncomfortable for long periods of time in 2023. And what is ending also here is you're not going to deceive yourself anymore. I think you have sort of pinned yourself down with a hammer to the wall, so you wouldn't be able to grow to your full potential just because how scared you are of your potential. And I know, Libras, y'all are very brilliant. You have a lot to give, but that is only going to happen if you firstly be honest with yourself and be really, really honest about how you feel, so you can accept that and therefore you can transform it. We have a lot of cups here. We have 5 of Cups, we have Queen of Cups. So you're going to master your emotions. You're not going to feel disappointed anymore. You're going to gain a sense of mastery over your emotions in a way that it's not going to bother you anymore. And I know you may not I know Libras never vocalize how they feel, which you should start doing in 2023. But the repression is just not going to work. And when you repress things, they come up, right? So you may have certain things, certain feelings coming up. So just create a safe space for yourself where you can experience them and therefore be free of it. So it's a lot of triggering in 2023, but it is the kind of triggering you need to grow. And it's going to be good for you because everything said and done, you're going to emerge victorious regardless of what you do. So even if you're not getting a certain job, a certain placement, a certain college, just know something better is going to come for you. So you cannot keep yourself stuck anymore, because that's what I'm seeing. I'm not seeing any circumstantial issues over here. I think universe, God, whatever you believe in, is pretty much helping you and by your side over here. But the self-sabotaging tendencies have to go. They really have to go in 2023. You don't need them anymore. You're not going to be your biggest enemy in 2023, and you're going to be learning that. You're going to truly be learning how to work with yourself the way you are, because you have brilliant, beautiful minds. And that is a double-edged sword, right? It cuts both ways. Your best qualities can also be your worst qualities if you're not channeling them correctly. And in 2023, you're going to learn how to channel things towards your benefit. You're going to be more strategic. You're going to analyze things better. You're going to plan better, and you're going to manifest better. You're going to have an infallible plan of action, so to speak. And please remember that the changes you're making in 2023 are no small feat. This is a very big deal that you're trying to achieve over here, and you will achieve it. And once you sort of stop being your biggest enemy, once you sort of get out of this 8 of Swords, 8 of Swords is all about the worst being over, but there's just so much PTSD that you cannot untie yourself from the situation. Excuse me, sorry. I have a bit of a cold, so please excuse me. You're coming back to the reading. You're not going to keep yourself caged anymore. I think finally you're getting more curious about your own potential. I'm getting that scene from Castlevania where Isaac, he's talking to one of his undead armies, and this sort of demon army from hell, the sort of demon army from hell, one of the pawns, he asks Isaac, that you are changing, and he says, yes, I am changing, and he says that we can do things, we can always do more things than what we were intended for. And I'm just paraphrasing, but that's what you're going to go through. You're going to realize that yes, you have been put on this earth for a reason, and you're going to be following, your divine path. But you're also going to be realizing that you're so fucking powerful that you can do something more than you were intended to do. So the only thing limiting you in 2023 is yourself. So you have to stop getting in your own way, Libras. You have success coming towards you. You're going to emerge victorious regardless of what path you take. And we have the Wheel of Fortune, so you really have no control. And what that means is you truly, truly, truly need to surrender. Don't try to micromanage anything. Don't try to control yourself. Try to control other people. 2023 is going to be about mastery, and you're going to master yourself. Okay, we'll shuffle some Oracle. Okay, Libras, we have 4 cards. We have the penguin, the cougar, the cat, and the lizard. So we have a very interesting variety of animals. The penguin reads authentic. Reach out to your tribe in time of need. Family gives you the strength when you face the storm. Love your uniqueness. Love your uniqueness. You are full of surprises. Break free from others' expectations. Just be yourself. So like I said, you're going to be discovering things about yourself that you didn't even think were possible. And you may feel like isolating yourselves. Please don't. Reach out to your loved ones, your friends, family, whoever is there for you. So don't try to do everything on your own. And we have the cougar card, which reads assertive. In silence, you find power. Claim your leadership role and take action. You know where to go and what to do. You have the courage and the confidence to succeed. So isolation is going to be important for you, and truly taking that time to introspect and look within and be honest with yourself is going to do you wonders. It's really going to do a lot of wonders for you, and we have the dichotomy of the cougar and the cat, and the cat reads independent. You are a natural healer. Your intuition is strong. You don't have to go with the crowd. Life supports you in every way. So the way I read the cat card is you truly have to relinquish your own over dependency on other people. You don't need anyone. Let's be very clear. You truly don't need anyone, Libras. You have everything within you to get things done. So if you feel any codependency, please let go. And I think 2023 is going to teach you that you have always been complete within yourself. You have always been complete, and that is a very powerful realization to reach on your own. And that is exactly what's going to happen to you in 2023. And the last card is the lizard, which reads regeneration. As a survivor, you are unparalleled. No matter what happens, you can adapt, embrace transformation, put on your new cloak. You are the master of regeneration. So, it's very popular that lizards, when it comes to losing their tail, they're okay letting it go. It is so busy surviving, and it knows that it can grow a new tail. So that is what you need to know, that you can regrow anything out of yourself. You're never losing anything. You haven't ever lost a part of yourself. And I've seen this lizard card show up in my own personal life at times at very tricky crossroads, which I think you will be at. And the lizard card is sort of an invitation for you to truly embrace change and just know that even if it is unknown, it is for the best, and it is actually going to benefit you. So it is truly about surrendering and having real trust. I keep saying on my channel, it's very important to have faith, but not blind faith, the faith that you have earned. Whether you believe in God, universe, whatever, whether you believe you are a God, having that real faith rooted in your own truth is very, very important. And that is something that is going to be at forefront for you in 2023. You're going to not think twice anymore about what feathers you're ruffling, who you're offending. You're going to do what needs to be done, and do it regardless, and do it quite well. you know. And I feel a lot of y'all will also, by doing this, you will be sort of walking your destiny path, and that is going to help you get closer to your soul family and your soul tribe, you know. So it's going to be a very powerful year of change for you. So just brace yourself and embrace it, you know, and also try to enjoy it, you know. Spoiler warning, we have the Six of Wands. You're going to win regardless. So just really try to embody and enjoy the process as much, and not be in your head all the time. That is truly the message over here. Yeah, so that's all I have for my Libras. Again, it's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. If you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below, so you can definitely reach out for a private reading, and I'll see you guys in the next reading. Hello, my Scorpios. This is your 2023 predictions. So we're asking angels, ancestors, spirit guides, ascended masters, star family together. Okay, cards flew. See what all that is about. What can my Scorpios expect in 2023? We thank you for these clear, concise, and accurate messages, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, ascended master, star family. We thank you for always guiding us, especially when we need it the most. Okay, Scorpios, we have 10 of Swords, King of Wands, 6 of Cups, 10 of Cups, King of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, 6 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles, and the Devil. So I would say this is a very powerful reading. We have a lot to unpack over here. You know, we had the 10 of Swords, King of Wands, and the 6 of Cups jump out. So let's start there. I think in 2023, you're going to be completely cutting off. In 2023, you're going to be completely cutting off things that are no longer working for you, things that are no longer serving you. You're just going to cut it all out and just let it go. You know, I think this includes people, places, habits, things. You're going to want to have a whole new start, and you're going to have a brand new perception with crystal clear clarity about things. I don't think you're very clear on things, therefore you're not very clear about your intentions also. You know, so I'm seeing 2023 is going to bring a lot of clarity for you, which you have been just, you know, dying for. And it's very interesting because we have the 10 of Swords below the 10 of Cups, and we have the King of Wands below the King of Pentacles. So I think a lot of y'all have been working under people. You have been doing some managerial position. You're meant to be the CEO. You're not meant to be in a managerial position. You're not meant to work for someone. You know, it's your destiny to have people work for you, and that is exactly what is going to happen. You are a natural born leader, and you're truly going to be stepping into your leadership position in 2023. You know, so, and I think that a lot of the cutting away of your own ego and things that have no longer worked for you is a part of that process. You know, the more you learn to let go, the more you are okay letting go of things, the more beneficial it'll be for you, and it'll be much easier for you to step into your leadership position. And you're not just going to have a strong leadership position in 2023 where you call the shots, because you will. It'll also bring you a lot of financial stability, not just for yourself, but for enough for two people. You know, you will have enough money for yourself and your family. So if you have been struggling with money, it's not going to be an issue. You're going to be very, 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 very stable in 2023, and your past will come up for review. So I would warn you over here that, you know, you truly need to purge things out of your system, and you cannot purge things unless they come up to surface, right? So don't misinterpret the signs. I'll give you an example. If your ex shows up out of nowhere, you know, you learn to say no, because that is a test. That is not a sign for you to get back with them. That is a test for you to see, have you truly learned your lesson, or are you going to keep repeating what you have done before? You know, so take some time to review your past, and try to even see how certain things were nice before they turned sour, and acknowledge that. Acknowledge who you were in your past as well, because all of that will help you letting go, you know. Because I'm seeing there is a lot of fear, and I'm seeing that the fear here is of the unknown. You know, you're too scared of letting go. But the more you will let go, the more you will be rewarded, if that makes sense. You know, you're truly going to be gifted a lot of things if you just learn to let go. If you can just learn to surrender, it is going to bring in all your manifestations. You're going to have a happy home. So my singles, Scorpios, you're definitely going to meet someone significant in 2023. And this will be an equal. You won't have to settle for someone who's ugly or just not at your level. You know, you're just not going to have to settle for just any random person. You're going to meet an equal, you know, because you're showing up here as a king. So it doesn't matter if you're a male or a female or anything in the middle. You know, you are showing up here as the king, and that is what matters. So you will meet an equal. You will definitely meet an equal over here. And it's beautiful because you have the 10 of Cups and we have the 9 of Cups between the King of Pentacles. Like, what more can you ask for? You know, so I think the lesson over here is when you finally feel you don't need anyone, when you finally feel complete within yourself, when you finally feel whole and realize that you have always been complete, that is when your significant person will come in. And this will only happen after you have become very stable in your own finances, in your own world. You know, it's like you truly don't need anyone. That's when you will be given someone. So yep, the process here is for you to truly be independent in every possible way, emotionally, financially, mentally, spiritually. You don't need anyone. You know, sure, it's nice to have people, but you don't need people for your growth. You know, ascension happens alone, and what you're doing right here is ascending, and it's not easy. It's not easy at all. And again, we have 2 6s, you know, so you're going to be in a very harmonious time in 2023. And I know 2022 has been really crazy because we had the north node and the south node in the Taurus Scorpio axis. So I know it's been very, very intense for my Scorpios. I'm a Taurus myself, you know. So 2022 has been really crazy. You haven't had a minute to like catch a break, but 2023 for you is going to bring you rest, relaxation, beauty. You're going to have a glow up because you're not going to be as stressed, and whatever you do, you're going to win over here regardless. So if you have been a subordinate to anyone, just know that it is time for you to elevate. You know, you are showing up here as the king, you're not showing up here as the knight. You know, you're showing up here as two very powerful kings in the tarot. So this is truly the time for you to take charge. I feel a lot of you want to shift jobs. Just know that it will happen. If you don't get a certain job, just know it is for the best and you have something better coming in. So it's truly a time for you to test your own faith. And I keep saying about faith that you don't need to have blind faith. You need to have faith that you have earned. And that is exactly what you're going to be doing in 2023. You're going to be earning your faith over here. And this is very powerful. This is very transformational also, you know. So I would say it's very important for you to ground your energy and also be a little more honest with yourself about your emotions. You know, I know Scorpios feel things deeply, but you don't always vocalize things, and you only vocalize things when it's too late or it just comes out wrong because you have been repressing it and it comes out in a spat of rage. So you have to be aware of your own patterns and change that. You have to realize that there is a way to express your emotions in a more healthy way, which is good for you and others. You know, so you're going to learn to be more compassionate to others by being more compassionate to yourself. You know, you cannot love anyone till you love yourself, right? And I think these are some very major lessons you're going to be learning. You're going to have more ease. You know, I'm all of a sudden my shoulders are getting tense, so I can feel how anxious and stressed you are. I can feel how overstimulated your brain is. So what I would say is, look at an animal, you know, try to simplify your life. What does an animal do? It hunts, it eats, it sleeps, it repeats. It is so busy being an animal, it doesn't have time to stress. Can you imagine like a lion in the wild having like cervical issues because of stress? No way, right? It is so busy being a lion, it doesn't have time for all that. And that is exactly how you need to train yourself to be in 2023, because you're destined for greatness. And the greatness is not going to come from outside, it has always been present within you. You know, you're just going to uncover it. You're going to uncover deep layers within yourself. You know, so this is a lot of self work that you will be doing before you come together with your person. Or if you're already taken, you just know that your relationship bond is going to deepen more and more. So there is a lot of love here. You're going to be in a place where you will be able to give. And we have the devil card here. So you need to realize that you have a lot of power. And if you don't feel you have power, you need to call all your power back, because you are very, very powerful. So like I said, there's a lot of residual energy from your past, things, mindsets, people that are sort of become very toxic, and that is something that is getting in your way of growing. You need to realize you have the agency and the free will and the power to cut anyone off that is no longer serving you. And that includes your addictions too, to substances, people, things, whatever. You're going to have a lot more freedom in 2023. You wouldn't feel as restricted, and the only reason you would be triggered into your certain addictive patterns is so you can release it. So don't get triggered and spiral down in it more deeply, because that is a possibility I'm seeing here. But I'm seeing that you're going to be very, very powerful and resilient enough to choose better this time around, because you have really learned your lesson. You have really, really, really learned your lesson over here. Another thing that I'm really seeing here is you've sort of lost the joy of living. You've just lost the joy of doing things. And I mean simple things, so you're going to be in a place where you're more light within, your heart feels lighter, and you will enjoy the small things, the simple things. You will enjoy doing more tactile things, more physical things. You will enjoy dancing, working out, whatever you do. You could enjoy pottery, something like that. You will really enjoy the material world and everything that the material world has to offer. You will have a better relationship with earth, if that makes sense. You're going to be more grounded and more stable in your material reality, which is a very big deal, you know. And you're going to, like I said, you're going to be more compassionate than you have been, and I know Scorpios get a very bad rep, but in my very personal opinion, I love Scorpios. One of my best friends from childhood, she's a Scorpio, and Scorpios are the coolest. There's a lot of misinformation and misunderstandings about Scorpio. I think Scorpio is probably the coolest water sign. It is the coolest water sign. So just know that you will be in a process of even letting go of certain perceptions people have of you. It's not going to bother you as much, because you will finally see that you are the prize. You'll really see how cool you truly are. And that itself will just take out all this negativity that you have about yourself, because what I'm seeing here is the way you perceive yourself is the problem. You have misperception of yourself. You're not able to see yourself for who you are. You're not able to see yourself for who you are. And it is it takes great mastery to see yourself as who you are. And who you are is a brilliant human being who's a natural born leader, who has the ability to lead from the heart. And you will be entering more of your heart space in 2023 that you haven't been. I feel a lot of y'all have been looking for love, but you haven't really been able to get anyone, because you yourself are not in touch with your deep emotions, because you have deep emotions. Come on, you know that, right? So you're finally going to open the damn gates, and you're just going to let it all flow. And you will realize that it is in letting go that true power lies. Being obsessed with power is not a bad thing. It's more about how you wield the power that you get. And you're going to have the great discernment that you have earned through everything that you've already gone through. So there's just no way you're going to lose, so please remove that out of your mind. And money is not going to be a problem. Money is going to be looking really, really good in 2023 for you all Scorpios. So just get ready to enjoy independence finally. Shuffle some oracle. What can my Scorpios expect? Cards are flying. Okay, so we have the loon and we have the frog. The loon reads intuitive. Listen to the song of your soul, trust your intuition as you have a way of knowing. Emerge from the busy life and seek more solitude. Recognize that you are unique and that you are loved. So you are highly, highly intuitive. You're just coming to this reading for confirmation. You already know what is going to happen, and it's going to be important for you to, like I said, ground yourself. You can only create a space of honesty for yourself if you feel calm. You're not going to be able to create a space of honesty when you're overwhelmed, trying to catch your breath. So slow down. There's no hurry. You're not running out of time. You're not running out of time. You're exactly on time, So just more of isolation. You're going to really need, see, when you're alone, it doesn't mean that you're truly isolating and getting the important downloads and insights that you need about yourself. But in 2023, you are going to be able to really penetrate your own depths, and you're going to be able to uncover a lot of things about yourself, and that itself will bring in a lot of release for you. And we have the frog, which reads prosperity. Wasn't I saying, money's gonna look good? So this is just confirmation. Let go of the past and embrace change. What have I been saying this whole reading? Opportunities are close at hand. Hop into the new day with joy, abundance, and good fortunes await you. And it's very interesting. We have the frog card, and frogs are born in water, and they sort of, over a period of time, they transform so much that they become land and water creatures. And Scorpios are traditionally the scorpion, which turns into the snake, which turns into the eagle. So there is a very deep alchemical process that you are going through. So don't underestimate yourself. Be kind to yourself and give yourself the space you need to truly grow into the best version of yourself, because you are going to be like the eagle over here. You're going to be the most exalted version of your higher self that is possible to be in this lifetime. It is within your grasp. So there's nothing that can truly go away from you. And here we have the blues and the purples. So again, you you're going to communicate more. You're going to communicate in a more healthy way. You're going to express things in a more loving way. You're going to be able to gain insight through your own intuition, and you'll finally be able to trust your intuition. It won't confuse you anymore. There's a lot of clarity for you in 2023 24, sorry. So it's a great time. You're going to blossom into the best version of yourself. Any other messages? Yeah, so that's all I have for my lovely Scorpios. Again, this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow. If you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below. And I wish you all the best, and I'll see you guys in the next reading. Thank you. Hello, Sagittarius. This is your 2023 predictions. So we're asking angels, ancestors, spirit guides, ascended masters, star family today. What can my Sagittariuses expect in 2023? Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, ascended masters, star family, help me tap into what can Sagittariuses expect in 2023. We thank you for these clear, concise, and accurate messages. We thank you for always guiding us, especially when we need it the most. What can my Sagittariuses expect? in 2023. Okay, Sagittariuses, we have Three of Chalices, which is Three of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Cups, Four of Pentacles, Strength, Ten of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, King of Chalices, and the Star. So in 2023, your focus is really going to shift from other people to yourself. I think you have sort of been very social in 2022, and I'm not saying 2023 necessarily is going to be a time of like isolation for you, but it is definitely going to be a time of introspection and getting to know yourself at a more intimate level. I think you have been externally pouring your energies outwards towards people, and what I think is happening is somewhere you have felt as if your own cup has been depleted. So in 2023, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be pouring into your own cup. And this is going to be very, very important. And it's sort of even not in your control because you have the Wheel of Fortune. So I think there will be certain circumstances, there will be a string of events which will sort of focus you to focus more inwards, sort of force you to focus more inwards and really take a good look at yourself and perhaps even do a lot of shadow work here. You're going to be very you're going to be more conservative with your energy, you're going to be more conservative with your time, you're going to be more conservative with your finances, resources, everything. You're going to really think before just giving yourself away as you probably have in the past. You're going to be more selective and you're going to even have stronger boundaries. And I'm seeing that in 2023, you will have a lot of challenges. And I think these are the challenges that you exactly need to grow. This is exactly the kind of stuff that you need to grow over here. We have the strength card. So you need to know that nothing is truly beyond your jurisdiction here. You know, you're only going through certain things so you can truly test your strength and really realize how powerful you are. It's like in any typical superhero movie, the superhero is always cornered and they don't have a choice but to use their superpowers. So you're going to have a similar experience like that in 2023. And this will even help you understand your own limits, your own boundaries, and just again, get more intimate with yourself. So I think what you truly need in 2023 is really have a sense of surrender and gratitude, because don't try to micromanage things, don't try to control things, don't try to have resistance. I'm picking up a lot of resistance here. So if something is not going your way, just let it go. Don't resist it. Don't make it a thing of having a personal narrative about it. Don't romanticize things that are truly no longer working for you. And you will know this because you will get more mindful. And again, it's very important for you to conserve your energy, money, time, resources, because I see that you're going to have a lot of opportunities where you will have time to invest in your career and your finances. You're definitely moving towards your legacy wealth over here. So for my singles, there is a high possibility that you would meet someone new. Yeah. And what I'm getting is this person is going to be someone who is from your work, or you will probably meet this person through work in some way. You're not going to meet this person online. You're going to meet this person in real life, so to speak. And 2023 for you is going to be a lot about mastering your own emotions. I think you have sort of been all over the place and you've also sort of been repressing and you've been having manic episodes, but it's not truly helping you. So and that is why your energy comes off as so dissipated. As yeah, that is what I was trying to say. Your energy is dissipating a lot because you're just pouring into everyone's cup. You're just really not taking that time for yourself, you know and that is why even your thoughts are very scattered over here. So I think 2023 for you is going to be a year of your emotional mastery. You're going to really master your emotions. Your emotions are not going to get the best out of you. You will not hate your emotions, you will rather love your emotions. You will sort of enjoy that. So it's truly a year for you to master your emotions. And another message that's truly coming over here for you is the value of delayed gratification. I think you're going to truly, truly learn the value of delayed gratification. You're going to learn that good things take time and great things take even longer. This is the lesson for you. I know it's not something you may want to hear, but your consistency, your discipline with whatever you do is very, very required over here. So just getting into the habit of being disciplined for yourself is going to have a lot of value to you. And even things that you value is going to shift and change, and you're just not going to be resonating with the same kind of people that you perhaps did at one point of time in your life. And that is okay. So like I said, don't get yourself attached. Focus on not grasping. Eliminate grasping over here. That is truly the lesson for you. I'm also picking up that you're perhaps really weary. You feel a little confused. Just know that by the end of 2023, you will be a whole new person. You will feel renewed. You will feel healed. You will feel one with yourself. By the end of 2023, you will feel one with yourself and you will feel complete and whole. You will have a renewed sense of purpose and you will have renewed energy. your energy won't be so dissipated. You will have mastered your emotions, and that is sort of the big chunk of what you have to do in 2023. That is the message that is truly coming over here. Be very selective about who you hang out with, who you don't hang out with. Your energy, money, time, where you're even putting your consciousness is very, very important. So think well before doing something. Be very clear on your intentions as to why you're doing it and what you're hoping to achieve through that. So again, having a moment of pause before taking, you know, intentional action is going to be very beneficial for you over here. There may be times in 2023 where you feel you're losing yourself, you feel as if you're getting very fragmented, but just know that that is important so something better can come in its place. You're creating a foundation that is going to test time, it's going to test storms, it's going to last. You're truly coming home to yourself. You're going to authentically be yourself than you have ever been in 2023. And I'm also sensing that you will start feeling better. You'll start having you will start glowing. You will have a glow up here for sure. It's very much there. And you're just going to be more fired up to do things. And it's also going to be a brand new start. And what you need to understand is a lot of y'all are my natural born leaders. And the challenges that I was speaking of earlier, those challenges will sort of help you see how good and how natural of a leader you are. You may think you have to do certain courses to get somewhere, but you don't. You inherently have those qualities that you just have to unravel within yourself, which you will be doing in 2023. But yes, so the lesson for you, the major lesson for you here is to give yourself the time and to give your projects the time they need to completely bloom and cultivate. Delayed gratification and learning to master your emotions and being okay with whatever you feel and still progressing forward regardless is truly the message for you over here. Because what I'm seeing here is you will also come into a lot of money. You're going to have your own money, and money is not going to be a problem for you if you feel as if you're struggling with money. You're going to have enough for yourself and others. So money is looking very, very good in 2023. Let's shuffle some oracle. Any additional? Okay. Jump. Wow. Okay, we have the peacock, which reads vibrancy. You were born to shine and inspire. Practice humility to avoid jealousy. Be grateful for life, and more good things will come. Be true to yourself and recognize your brilliance. So I think this is very self-explanatory. I think a lot of y'all are meant to be in the public eye. A lot of y'all may want to have a YouTube, TikTok, whatever, Instagram. If you have those things, just know it will blow up. Or, if you want to start that, this is your cue to start that. But whatever you do, you're meant to be seen. You're meant to be in the public eye. You're very unique and you're very beautiful and you have something important to say. So don't undermine yourself. You just can't take your eyes off a peacock, right? So embrace that, and you're meant to be seen. Like I'm saying, a lot of y'all are meant to be in the public eye, whatever you do. You're going to have different job profiles, but whatever you do, you're meant to shine. You are born to shine over here. It is in your destiny to do so. And all the uncomfortable things on your journey is a part of your journey. Those are very important lessons. So you in the future you will be in a very powerful role of being a leader. You're meant to lead by example, and that is the only true way to lead. And you understand this. You're not meant to work under a lot of people, even if you do a 9 to 5. You're meant to be the CEO. So be very clear about that, and don't limit yourself. Make yourself the priority in 2023. That's going to be very, very important because you are this beautiful peacock. You're meant to have this vibrational shift for sure. You're going to be a whole new person by the end of 2023. Any other messages? Yeah, so that's all I have for my Sagittarius. Again, it's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. If you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below. And I'll see you guys in the next reading. Thank you. Hello Capricorns, this is your 2023 predictions. So we're asking angels, ancestors, spirit guides, ascended masters, star family, what can my Capricorns expect in 2023? We thank you for these clear, concise, and accurate messages. Angels and sisters will guide us and us of awesome. We thank you for always guiding us, especially when we need it the most. What can my Capricorns expect in 2023? Okay, Capricorns, we have the Emperor, Two of Wands, Fool, Three of Swords, Death, Eight of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, Knight of Wands, Strength, and Knight of Pentacles, which jumped out. And behind the deck, we have Strength. So it's going to be a very interesting year for you. You're going to go through a lot of changes. It's not going to be an easy year. You know, I'm not going to sugarcoat this, because you have great potential. You know, you are literally the mountain goat climbing to the top of it alone, and that is exactly what 2023 is going to be for you in a very magnified sense. You're not going to have a choice but to step in your emperor role. You know, you're going to, I feel you've been just sort of being hit by random waves of things, you know, circumstantial or what, but and you feel you have sort of lost your agency. You really lost your ability to have control and dominion over things. You know, and 2023 is going to be the year where you have dominion. You know, you're going to have a very strong hold and charge, and it's going to be very intentional also. You're just not going to let life pass you by anymore, you know. And all of a sudden my throat chakra is weird, so communication is going to be very important for you. Speaking the truth is going to be very, very important for you. Making sure you get your point across is going to be very, very important for you. You know, this is not going to be the year for you to just chill, relax, and lay back. You know, this is going to be a year of intense transformation. By the end of 2023, you're not going to be the same person, and that will be for the best. You're evolving. You know, just think about like Charmander evolving into Charizard, like in Pokemon, right? So there is a very clear evolution there. You're not going to look the same. You're not going to feel the same. You're not going to be the same, and this is going to be very heavy. You know, and I know Capricorns find it very difficult to let go of things, but that is going to be at the forefront of for you in 2023, because what you don't see is you have a brand new beautiful future waiting for you. You have a very, very bright future waiting for you in the future. And in order to truly make this timeline jump, you're going to have to require to really let go of everything you ever knew, so you can truly become yourself in the most authentic version of yourself that you can be. And a lot of that is also accepting that you haven't exactly been yourself the way you want it to be, you know. So acceptance is going to be very, very important for you, because that's the only way you can transmute or change something, you know. And I'm seeing a lot of green here also, so it's really going to be you're going to have a heart chakra awakening, and that is not easy, that is not nice. There's no way to sugarcoat it. It's like, you know, your heart is sort of going to break apart and it's going to expand, and that is exactly what you need. Like I said, you know, it's going to be a very intense evolution for you. So you may not understand why certain things are happening, but please trust me, they're happening for the best. You know, you are very divinely guided. You will feel very alone in 2023. You know, you feel as if people don't understand you. Even if you are there for other people, people are just not there for you, and that also has a reason, you know. And the most important thing for all Capricorns, I would say, is don't pretend as if everything is okay. I know that is Capricorn tendency to pretend as if nothing has happened when your whole life is falling apart. So don't do that. You know, that's what I'm saying. Acceptance is going to be the most crucial thing. It's going to be the key that will help you unlock a beautiful future for yourself, you know. And it's also not going to be a year where you're figuring things out. You will have to figure things out, and you'll have to keep moving, because you have the Eight of Pentacles. So you are going to be working a lot. And I don't have to tell a Capricorn to work hard. I know all Capricorns work very, very hard. But this is the way where you truly also have to dissolve your ego. You have to sort of let go of your pride and look at the bigger picture. And I don't even think you will have to look at the bigger picture. I think you will be forced to see the bigger picture over here. And 2023 is going to be the year for you to truly enterprise. I think a lot of y'all haven't, I feel a lot of y'all have been trying to make other people happy. You have not been doing what you want to do. And I think that is what this rebellion is, and this change and this transformation is about. You're finally going to do what you want to do. You're not going to care about what people think. And I know most Capricorns care a lot about what other people think. So you're going to let go of judgment. And you're going to let go of other people's judgment, because you will see that only people who don't love themselves or are unhappy, only they have an opinion. So you're not going to be as bothered as you tend to be, So I'm not calling y'all out. I'm just reading what is here. I'm on your team, trust me. So you may even have a heartbreak. So just know that even if that heartbreak is happening, it is for the best. That person is not meant to be in your life. And if you're single or you become single in 2023, just know that you have a significant soulmate twin flame connection coming towards you. You will meet the love of your life in 2023 if you aren't already with them. And if you're taken, you may have certain misunderstandings. Just take that as something necessary for growth. So you may feel as if a lot of things are going against you, but that is exactly what you need to become the best version of yourself. So don't pigeonhole yourself into seeing everything as a challenge. It's going to be very important that you take the bull by its horns over here, so to speak. Really have that dominion. We have Mars and Aries, so you will have to take charge. And you will be taking charge about the right things. I think most Capricorns just take a lot of charge about the wrong things. It's not that you're not hardworking. It's not that you're not passionate. It's not that you're driven. It's not even that you're ambitious. I think you're all those things. But what is happening is you're just so misdirected in the wrong direction. You're just going the wrong way, basically. So 2023, you're going to have course correction. So don't try to fight it in true Capricorn fashion. Don't fight it. Trust me. This change is exactly what you need. And I'm seeing the Saturn symbol over here. So you're going to have hard lessons, and this is your karma. And this is not bad karma. This is the karma you need to evolve and grow. And Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. So you're going to have a lot of Saturnian lessons for you in 2023. It's going to be, and again, you have to release control. Don't try to micromanage things. Don't try to control things. Don't try to control other people. Being very clear over here, Capricorns. Don't try to see, again, my voice is going. Speak your truth. Speak your truth. Don't be manipulative, and don't try to control events. Don't try to experiment. If you do something, what will happen? This is not the time for that, because we have the Wheel of Fortune here. So there are powers beyond your control at play in your life. So you will be humbled if you're not. I'm just being very real over here. So be more vulnerable. That is another message coming over here. You have to be vulnerable. And I think in 2023, you're going to work very closely with your ancestors, spirit guides, angels, ancestors, the whole gang, because you are at a very pivotal moment in your life than you have ever been. And you're going to be getting a lot of crown chakra downloads. Your third eye will also activate. You will start seeing, hearing things that you've never seen before, heard before, and you will literally feel like going crazy at one point. But take that as a sign that you're on the right path. That is exactly what you need to do. And like I said, you will be guided. You're not alone in this. Even if you're in the storm, there is a way out for you. Your ancestors and your angels are showing you that you're very protected. So don't feel insecure at all. You are being guided to where you need to be. So pay attention and listen to your intuition. Your intuition is the opposite of your doubt. It is your first thought. It's that first feeling that comes in your head, in your heart, without you sort of putting on a filter of your own perception. And the second thought is always the doubt. So it's the first thought. Learn to listen to that. That is your intuition. And that is going to be your best friend in 2023. That is the only thing you can truly rely on. And what I'm seeing here is you're going to have a major switch. Like I said, you're going to transform like you never have before. And a lot of this will also be you letting go of a lot of toxic people, toxic situations, narcissistic situations. You'll just let go of all that, and that itself it'll lighten your load. Trust me, I think what you think is by not letting go, you will sort of try to preserve what was, but what was is not there anyway. And what you're doing is you're denying yourself a beautiful future over here, which is in your destiny, So it's going to be a difficult climb up to the top of the mountain, but you can do it because you're the goat, quite literally over here, And I think the reasons I think the shift is also going to be here about your fears. You'll probably try to avoid certain situations, certain people. Even if you're meeting your soulmate twin flame over here, you're going to be very triggered by them. It's going to be great, but it's also going to be very painful because they will force you to look at parts of yourself that you haven't healed. And when you heal those parts of yourself, you will see that you were perfect all along, and the excuses, your excuses will turn into reasons to do things. You won't run away from situations anymore. You won't try to abandon ship, if that makes sense. So you're going to become very fearless. You're going to truly be a Capricorn. You're going to be a Capricorn in its most exalted form over here. And we have the strength card over here, so you need to understand that in order to truly realize how strong you are, you will have to go through certain things, and it's only through that do you test your strength. There is no other way to truly realize how strong you are unless you are in that situation. It's like, any typical superhero. He's pigeonholed and cornered in a place where he has no choice but to be triggered into using his gifts, and that is exactly what is going to happen for you. And you're going to have an ego death also. So if you're losing things, you will try to attach yourself to those things. You will say, you will choose to not grow because you think that it is somehow better. But trust me, if something has been taken away from your life, there will be something better restored. If you're losing a car, you'll get a better car. If you're losing a house, you'll get a bigger house, a more beautiful house. If you're losing someone in love, you're going to gain someone that is truly meant to be with you over here. So don't hold. That is exactly what I was trying to say. Don't hold on to things that are not for you. I'm not, again, it's not that you're not hardworking. It's just you're working hard towards the wrong things, and you're going to have like a light bulb moment in 2023, and you will have no choice but to course correct, if that makes sense. And we have Knight of Pentacles, so you're going to move very, very slow, and it's great. Take your time. It's important for you to take your time, but be consistent with whatever you do. Delayed gratification is very, very important over here. Capricorns understand that if you plant a seed today, it is going to take a few years to get a beautiful tree out of it. And you're very resilient, and you're very stubborn about making sure that your seed grows into a beautiful tree, and it is going to happen over here. You will have perfect harmony and balance in your life, but you have to let go of things. Don't hold on to things that are just bringing you down. Don't keep yourself in those toxic patterns, those behavioral patterns. I think in 2023 you're going to learn a lot about yourself, and all of that is going to contribute to you, being the daddy of the zodiac, which is the Emperor. And that was the first card over here. So you're going to really, take life by the balls and just go for it. And I totally see this, and you're going to be triumphant here no matter what you do. You're meant to win. It's a part of your destiny over here to be at top and to take charge in the most aggressive, masculine Capricorn way. And you don't have to be a man. I think the most Capricorns I know are women, and they're like the strongest women to like I've ever seen. Capricorn women are the strongest. I'm sure Capricorn men are strong too, but Capricorn women are like stronger than men, I would say, for sure. So use your strength over here for the right things, and give yourself that time and space to figure out what you want, because like I said, you're not going to have a lot of time here to just sit and try different options. You're going to have to intuitively pick the right option, and you're going to have to learn to be less logical at times, because logic is not going to help in certain situations. So please understand this. This is very, 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 very important for you. Yeah. Shuffle some oracle. Any additional messages? Okay, we have the goose and we have the elephant. The goose reads, inner knowing. You are a brave traveler. Your soul knows the way. Be confident and you will achieve your destination. Loyal friends are always with you. Don't worry, you are blessed. Let yourself fly. So the geese are very intuitive. They always know the way back home, and just that way your soul knows the way back home. So don't fool yourself. In 2023, you're going to learn to stop tricking yourself, to keep yourself in certain patterns. You're going to break those things. And you are very loving and loyal, and you're going to realize this. You're not going to hate yourself anymore. You're going to even forgive yourself for your past, because that's what is truly required here, for you to be compassionate enough to yourself and love yourself enough to forgive yourself for the past that you've had over here. And just know that you've never truly lost any part of yourself. You're not fragmented. You have always been complete. And I don't even have to tell you this. You will know this. You won't even believe this. You will know this for yourself in 2023. It's going to be a very powerful year for you. And we have the elephant, which reads greatness. Like, come on. Love is your strength. Leadership is your path. Your wisdom inspires everyone you meet. You can overcome any problem. You will naturally and easily achieve success. So, you're natural born leaders. You're meant to lead. Even if you do a 9 to 5, you're meant to be the CEO. You're meant to have your own business. You're meant to be enterprising. That's why you're a fucking Capricorn. So please be enterprising over here. And you're showing up here as some very powerful animals. You're showing up here as the elephant. Lion is the king of the jungle, but even a lion wouldn't mess with an elephant, right? So you are holding your own. And 2023 is a lot about tapping into your own love for yourself first. You have stopped loving yourself, and loving yourself is going to be a priority for you in 2023. And it is through that you will get certain insights and certain solutions for your given problems. So don't avoid your intuition, because I know Capricorns, you will just fight your intuition because you're not supposed to do something, but you will just do it out of your pride and your ego. So please stop that. So please don't do that. I know Capricorns very well because two of my childhood besties are Capricorn, and so is my dad. So I just like Capricorns are very, very close to me. So I know y'all. I'm just telling y'all, please listen. Just listen to me, because you are the winner over here. You will win regardless. So just make the right choices for yourself. Stop fooling yourself. Yeah, so that's all I have for my Capricorns. Again, it's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below. And I'll see you guys in the next reading. All the best. Thank you. Hello, Aquariuses. This is your 2023 predictions. So we're asking angels, ancestors, spirit guides, ascended master, star family today. What can my Aquariuses expect in 2023? What can my Aquariuses expect in 2023? We thank you for these clear, concise, and accurate messages, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, ascended master, star family. We thank you for always guiding us, especially when we need it the most. How is 2023 going to look for Aquariuses? It's kind of difficult to say. Aquariuses. Okay, Aquarius, we have Bacchus, which is the Hierophant, King of Cups, Page of Swords, Knight of Coins, the Star, Ten of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, and Seven of Pentacles. So, in 2023, you're going to lose all the confusion that you've had since quite some time. I think you've had this confusion because your own belief systems are shifting. You know, your core belief systems are changing and shifting. So you haven't exactly been able to find the right kind of footing, and that's why your emotions have been all over the place. You know, you usually are very contained within your emotions, but you haven't been. You have sort of been very messy and all over the place. You know, but 2023 is going to be the year where you finally master your emotions. And you will only master your emotions once you have completely switched to your new timeline, once you've made this quantum leap and you have completely changed your belief systems. And what I'm also seeing here is it's not your situation that is necessarily going to change, but the way you look at things is going to shift. The way you perceive your problems is going to change. You know, and this is a very powerful shift for you. So don't underestimate this. You know, I feel a lot of y'all feel you're very stuck, but a lot of y'all need to be stuck right now so you can figure out where exactly you are. You know, so you're doing some very important work right now. Don't rush it. This is very important because once you're completely clear about your own thoughts and your own feelings, you will be able to take the necessary action that is required. And in 2023, what I'm seeing here is you're going to focus on learning a new skill. It will be something that you haven't really thought you would do, but you will be great at it, you know. So don't say no, you know, be more open to trying new things. Don't be stubborn, you know. So 2023 is going to be a year where you learn to be a little more flexible about what you thought you could do and what you couldn't do, because this is exactly the kind of change you are looking for. So when it comes, don't push it away. And you will understand that whatever hobby you're learning, it will take time. You know, so delayed gratification is a big message coming through for you over here. You know, so stick to whatever you're doing. Give it enough time. Don't give up in 3 months. Don't give up in 5 months. Whatever you're picking up, whatever new hobby, job, it could be anything, you know, a new course, stick to it, you know, and drag through it if you need to. It's going to be very important for you to lay the foundation, because that's what you're doing. You're laying the foundation over here, and that is some big stuff to do. You know, it is not easy. And when you're laying down the foundation, you may feel as if you're not doing anything, you're not going anywhere, but you're creating a very stable foundation that is never going to be shaped by whatever storms may come. You know, it will weather through it. So please understand this. Don't try to bypass anything that is happening to you right now, you know. And it's going to be a year of healing. I feel a lot of y'all have to heal emotionally, spiritually, mentally. And I think these are things that you even can't see. You know, these are like hidden things that you have to heal from. These are hidden things in your shadow that you have to heal from. So you will be made aware of certain things as 2023 passes, you know, and you will be able to do the necessary shadow work that you need to do to integrate these aspects of yourself that haven't been very healed. You know, so 2023 is going to be a year of healing for you also. And the message over here is to not take on other people's problems. You have enough burdens of your own. You know, so have boundaries, learn to say no to people. Learn to say no, even if it is someone very close to you. You know, if they're making you do something you don't want to do, you have free will to say no. You know, because you're doing a lot of inner work on yourself, even if it may not seem on the outside that you're doing much. You know, so don't get annoyed and don't get irked by other people if they don't understand you during this time. You know, have compassion even for them, because that will also help you heal. You know, it is a ripple effect. You know, if you heal from the inside when you heal from the outside, right? And what is happening here is you're having a heart healing, and it is not easy. You know, a heart chakra awakening and healing is not easy. but it is happening exactly the way it needs to. So don't try to force it. Don't try to have narratives about it. Don't even try to romanticize it. You know, try to be as honest with yourself. Try to be as honest with yourself about it as you can be, and give yourself the time and the space you truly need to heal over here. Because you will be reborn. It is sort of like a rebirth, and it is rebirth while being alive is not easy. It's like being pushed through the birth canal all over again. It is a very painful experience. So be gentle to yourself in this time. And once you sort of figure this out, you will get back to working very, very hard. I'm seeing that 2023 is going to be a year of hard work for you, especially with the foundation that you're laying down right now. So put in the hard work. Don't focus so much on the end result. You will reach there regardless, but keep your eyes on the prize. But just get lost in the doing. That is what you need to do. You need to get really lost in whatever you're doing day to day, and make your day to day something to enjoy by doing something that you're very passionate about, you know and you will be cutting off, and you will be letting go of certain toxic people in your life, certain friends that you just don't resonate with anymore, even if they have been your friends for like 10, 15, 30 years. You're just going to let go of those things, certain habits, certain patterns, even about yourself. You're just going to be cutting things left, right, center, with like the Queen of Swords over here, and it is the Queen of Swords I'm reading here as you also have to give yourself the space and the time. Certain amount of isolation every day is important. Like, even if 10, 15 minutes, if you can give yourself, even don't watch anything, don't even be on your phone, don't even listen to music. Just that 10, 15 minutes, give yourself of just complete silence, and just see how your life will change. Because you will get certain insights, you will get certain downloads there. Your intuition is very strong right now, so please listen to it. You know your way back home. Your soul knows the way. So don't fool yourself over here. And we have Seven of Pentacles. So like I said, a lot of delayed gratification for you. And a lot of taking your time to build things, and giving whatever you're building the time it needs to be built properly. That is really the lesson for you over here. And I think what you're going to be doing is you're going to be letting go of your own stubbornness. You're not going to feel so conflicted with the world anymore. You're not going to go into like complete nihilistic oblivion. You're going to be more hopeful. And it's not just going to be blind hope, it'll be hope that you have earned. Because you will just start knowing certain things, even if they're not making sense in the real world. And that is your intuition. So please pay attention to that. That is very, very important. Even if you feel you're very alone, and I'm asking you to have that time of isolation, you're not alone. Please know that. You have your angels, ancestors, spirit guides, ascended masters with you at all times. You're very much being guided to where you need to be. So don't force something. If something is not sticking, just let it go. Stop having even internal resistance, because it is not serving you. It is not helping you at all, even if you think it is. And being angry is also not helping you. So like I said, mastering your emotions. And you're going to master your emotions over here. And you will not hate your feelings anymore. You will in fact love whatever feelings arise, and you won't attach narratives to your feelings. You will just let them be feelings. You will not give something more importance than it needs. And that is a very smart grown-up thing to do, which you will be doing in 2023. Shuffle some oracle. Any additional messages for my Aquarius? Okay, we have 4 cards. We have Tiger, Swan, Hawk, and Heron. Tiger reads, I choose to be unstoppable. My passion is my power. I am bold. I am brave. Mighty forces come to my aid. That's so poetic. And you're going to take charge. Like I said, once you get very clear on your intentions, once you dig in your heels in the right sort of soil, you will be unstoppable. And that is exactly what this is saying. You're going to be spearheading, you're going to be taking charge. You're not just going to let life pass you by anymore. And we have Swan, which reads, You who glides across the waters of my soul, bring me your wisdom and light. Help me to transform into elegance and grace. inspire me with dignity and the spirit of beauty. So we have this very beautiful dichotomy of the tiger and the swan over here. You know, you are asked to be this very aggressive, bold, masculine, to take charge, but you have to still do it with grace. And you will have very balanced you will have balanced your inner masculine and inner feminine. You know, you're going to be in complete equilibrium. You're going to practice inner alchemy, and this is big stuff. You know, you're going to be strong, you're going to not be afraid to ask for what you deserve, but you're still going to be very graceful while doing it. And like I said, that is true mastery, you know, mastery of your emotions. And it is going to reflect in the way you live your life in 2023. So this is very, very powerful. And we have the hawk, which reads messenger. Spirit is sending you messages. Open your greater vision to see the signs. Focus on your priorities and eliminate distractions. You have a bright future. Let yourself ascend to new heights. Exactly what I was saying. You know, you're not going to be caught up. You're not going to just get caught in things and your feelings and your anger. You're just going to be so free of it. You're going to have a bird's eye point of view. You know, what do hawks do? They fly high in the sky and they glide. And that's what you're going to be doing. You're going to be gliding, you know. And we have heron, which reads patience, delayed gratification, like I was saying. Create a place in nature's stillness and be renewed. Take time alone to find balance. Step confidently towards your purpose. Patience will bring you rewards. Exactly everything I've been trying to say in this reading. So I think that is very, very self-explanatory. And the interesting thing about herons is they stay in water for a very, very long time with 1 foot in the sky. You know, so you're going to be very intuitive but also very grounded at the same time. You know, you're going to have your feet in water but your vision in the sky. And you're going to have that beautiful dichotomy and balance from within, and it's going to radiate. You're going to glow. You're going to have a natural, beautiful glow about you. You know, so this is very powerful. Don't underestimate yourself. Don't undermine yourself. That is truly very important over here, because only you can stop yourself from becoming the best version of yourself over here. The sky is the limit. You know, nothing is going to stop you but you. You are showing up here as the hawk and the tiger. Like, what more do you want? You know? Yeah, so that's all I have for my Aquarius. Again, it's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below. And I'll see you guys in the next reading. Thank you. Hello Pisces, this is your 2023 predictions. So we're asking angels, ancestors, spirit guides, ascended masters, star family today. What can my Pisces expect in 2023? We thank you for these clear, concise, and accurate messages. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, ascended masters, star family. We thank you for always guiding us, especially when we needed the most. What can my Pisces expect in 2023? How's 2023 going to look for my Pisces fishies? Okay, Pisces, we have Ace of Pentacles, 4 of Swords, 7 of Cups, King of Swords, 6 of Wands, 4 of Cups, Strength, 4 of Pentacles, and 10 of Wands. So I think you haven't been really getting any rest. You've sort of been on the move. You have been just switching things, you know, switching up maybe your job, maybe where you're living. You know, you've just been on the move and on the run. So just know that in 2023, you will finally have a moment's rest. You will be able to take some time off and rest for yourself. Take that time really out for yourself, you know, and it's going to be very important because you have to learn to ground your energy. So 10-15 minutes in the day, if you can go out for a walk, go walk near the beach if you have the access, or the forest, whatever. Ground your energy. That is very, very important for you over here, because you will have a tendency of just getting lost in your own intuitive thoughts in 2023, you know. So 2023 is going to be a lot about you cutting through the illusions of your own fantasy land. You know, you sort of have to learn to really plant what you want into into your reality, and you just can't keep getting lost in the ethers over here, so to speak. You know, being a Pisces, you naturally have the tendency to just get lost. So 2023 is, you know, you sort of waking up from like the lost haze, and bringing yourself back onto earth, you know, because you're meant to be here right now, you know. And I would say try to meditate. I know meditation is not for everyone. So if you feel like meditating, or if you have some experience with meditation, or even if you don't, just do some simple breathing. It's really, really going to help you. You know, because if you learn to meditate, you will even be grounded in your intuitive escapades over here. You know, you won't just drift away in fantasy land. You will have some control in your own fantasy land over here, you know. And I think it's going to be very important for you to strategize. You know, you will need to have a plan of action ready for you in 2023. You cannot just go off your whims and fancies. And that is again why I'm saying grounding is going to be very, very important, because what you will have in 2023 is a lot of prosperity. You will have the chance to make a lot of money. There is a lot of potential here. You will be given different streams of revenues and income to make money. So it's going to be very important that you're able to catch it at the right time, and that will only happen if you're not lost in your thoughts and your feelings, and you're actually able to grab it when the window is open for it. You know, so it's going to be very, very important, because what is going to happen here is you will win, you will make the money, but all of this will only happen if you learn to keep yourself very, very grounded. You will also experience a lot of victory over here. You know, the victory is yours. You're going to win. But in order to do that, you have to make sure you don't get bored with what you're doing. You know, so delayed gratification is going to be a very, very important lesson for you over here. You know, so take your time to grow things, take your time to make things. Don't try to rush anything, don't try to bypass anything. You know, if certain things are taking more time, give it that nurturing, give it your best, give it all your efforts, because it is going to be required for you to win over here. Six of Wands comes after Five of Wands, you know, so you will have conflict. But you need to know that any conflict that comes towards you in 2023 is not a challenge, it is an opportunity for you to rise to your pedestal over here, you know. And you will find the strength to get through these difficulties. You're not going to feel very weak. You know, so even if you feel the fear, if you feel the doubt, it's okay. Allow yourself to feel that and do what needs to be done regardless. Don't get stuck up, don't freeze. You know, give yourself the time and the space you need to anchor yourself in the 3D, in the world, you know. And in 2023, you're going to be more conservative with where you put your energy, your time, resources, money, even the interactions you have with people. I would say limit it. Have certain boundaries. Be very careful who you're spending your time with, who you're hanging out with, who you're going out to eat with, all those things, because it's important for you to conserve your energy for yourself, because you will need your energy to do things. And if you're single, what I'm getting here is you may meet someone very significant over here. I'm seeing a significant soulmate twin flame coming towards you, but this will only happen if you keep yourself grounded, you know. So I'm not saying don't get lost in your fantasy land. Please do. That is a superpower for you. But in 2023, what you're going to be learning is how to actually take your superpower and use it to your advantage. You know, you're going to gain mastery over your intuition, over your ability to create things, you know, to manifest things. And you're going to get more strategic than you have ever been. You know, you're not going to act out of your emotions. You're going to be a little more cold and detached. You know, so focus a lot on detachment, Vairagya. You know, don't try to get attached to things, and don't try to do anything in 2023 from a space of being emotional. You know, be very practical about it. Detach your emotions and try to see the situation for what it is, and then take the necessary actions that are required for you to win. You know, so it is time for you to be very cool, calm, collected, and very calculated about every little step you take, every little investment you make, you know, where you're putting your energy. All this is going to be very, very important for you to truly win, because you have the ability to win over here. And what I'm seeing is you're going to start feeling more creative than you ever have. You know, if you're a lot of y'all are into tarot, astrology, all those things, you will probably get back into it, you know. And don't take on other people's problems. Don't take on other people's problems, because you will have a lot of your own. So again, boundaries, learning to say no to people, not letting people just encroach your personal space is also going to be very, very important. And being more conservative with your resources, your money, your finances, all that is going to be very, very important. Please save up. And I'm not saying save up because you're not going to get money. I'm just saying save up because you will have great investments to make which will truly benefit you. So when those opportunities arise, you don't want to not have money with you. So don't spend. Don't spend unless it is very essential for you and your highest purpose and your growth. Because you will have a very specific role that your money will need to play in order to get to where you need to be. So if you're planning on traveling somewhere, it will happen. If you want to shift houses, it will happen. If you're wishing to go study somewhere, work somewhere else out of the country, it will happen for you. But don't lose hope. And just because you can't see it right now, don't give up. You're going to really have to run the long race over here. You're going to really have to practice delayed gratification and know the value of delayed gratification. You're not going to be fooling yourself anymore. And you're not going to let other people fool you anymore. So this is very, very important over here. And be more proactive, do things. Take charge and do the things that you want to do. And stop seeking so much external validation. You don't need it. You're complete within yourself. Let everything that you're doing validate you. You don't need people to tell you how great you are. That will be a very specific message for here for someone. I'm just getting that, and all of a sudden my throat is getting blocked. So speak your truth. It doesn't matter whose feathers you ruffle. Stick to your truth, speak it, and be free of it. You're meant to speak. You're meant to have a voice over here. You're meant to be heard, even if you feel like you haven't ever been made to feel that you should be ever heard. You're very much meant to be heard over here. And money is not going to be a problem, so stop stressing over finances. Stop being in a place of lack. Every time you feel you're in a place of lack, just tell yourself, that you're very abundant. Every time you start complaining about whatever, about life, other people, yourself, just have a sense of gratitude. Just switch the space of lack into a space of thriving by just being grateful for whatever you have, even if it is just, 1 meal a day. I'm just being very extreme with the example, but you get what I'm trying to say over here. Be grateful for what you already have, because you're going to complete some great cycles over here and you're going to emerge victorious. By the end of 2023, you're going to be at a much happier space, in a much lighter zone with your own self. You're not going to be as confused. You're not going to be as bewildered. You're not going to be as anxious. You're going to be very chilled out. And, you will take time to process things and take the necessary action. So being very strategic in 2023 is going to be very, very helpful. Be very, very strategic. Be very, very careful about what you're intending to do. Your intentions are very important over here. What exactly are you planning to get from what action you're putting out in the world? You will realize consequences are more real than you think in 2023. And this is very, very important. Don't try to bypass any of these lessons, because I feel a lot of y'all are meant to be leaders. A lot of y'all are meant to heal other people. A lot of y'all are meant to speak and be in the public eye in some way, shape, or form. So be very smart about 2023, because you have it. You have the intellect and you have the intuition. What you're going to do is you're going to find that balance. You're going to really find that thin, slippery slope of a balance between your intuition and your logic. And you're going to know exactly the right thing to do, because we need our logic and we need our intuition. We can't just operate on logic and we can't just operate on our intuition. There has to be balance. And that balance is exactly what you're going to be seeking in 2023 over here. Yeah, you're just going to take the bull by the horns and just not care. You're going to even feel balanced within yourself. You won't feel like acting out. You won't feel as if you're hiding a part of yourself. Pisces have a tendency to hide certain aspects of themselves. So I think you will also come across people in 2023 where people will tell you it's okay to be yourself. People will make you feel safe. And I think these are new people coming in, especially if this is a love interest. You will finally be able to feel and be yourself that you haven't been able to do because of certain restrictions that you've had on yourself. But don't abuse your freedom. Enjoy your independence in the right way. Don't use your independence to hurt yourself. Right? That is truly the message over here. And please meditate. if you have the ability to meditate, please do. Even if you just meditate a little, it's going to have a greater impact than you can even imagine. So discipline. Discipline is going to be very important. You know, you can't just be strategic without the discipline to do things. So please have that discipline every day to show up for yourself, whatever you do, you know. But you're also very protected, so don't worry. You know, there's nothing to worry about. No one can hurt you, no one can harm you. You know, you very much have things in your pocket over here. So just try to enjoy the process more than focusing on the end result and what will happen. What will happen is none of your concern. You know, just be focused and on the present and really enjoy and make the most of that. That is what 2023 is going to really look for you over here. Shuffle some oracle. Wow. Okay. We have Proghorn, which reads action. Now is the time to act. Opportunities are here. Move forward with confidence. Your talents will always help you land on the pinnacle. Your quick wit and keen sense will lead you to success. And what is interesting over here is I pulled this card for myself today in my personal reading. And Proghorn is basically the American antelope. And what is very interesting about these creatures is they never lose their horns. They have their horns all the time. And you can see very clearly on this card that his horns are sort of like his antennas. You know, it's sort of your antennas reaching up into the ethers. You know, being a Pisces, very naturally you have great psychic abilities. You know, you can do what most people can't do intuitively, but you're going to learn how to harness and use that. And Proghorn is all about taking decisive action. You know, they're also very protective. They have very thick skins that protects them from carnivores and winters, you know, and they never lose their horns. And you see how these rays are just going off his horns. So you will get a lot of downloads. You will get a lot of downloads. So please use those downloads for yourself. And the only way to unpack the downloads that you get is by giving yourself that isolation that I was saying, 10-15 minutes every day. It will help you clear out the messages. The crypticness will be gone. You know, you'll be able to decipher the esotericism in your dreams, in your thoughts, whatever downloads you're getting. You know, so this is a very beautiful card. This is going 2023, you're going to be on your feet. You're going to do things, you're going to get things done. You're not even going to give yourself excuses anymore. And this is very important. You know, this is honestly one of the best cards you can get in the deck. You know, it is sort of saying you're kind of evergreen and you can never lose. You know, Proghorns are very, very adaptive. They just cannot lose. You know, whatever situation happens, you will be informed in advance. Even if something bad will happen, you will have the premonition. So please listen. You know, just really listen to whatever is the universe, God, whatever you believe in is trying to tell you, because you are getting signs. You may be seeing a lot of synchronicities, angel numbers, feathers, birds, or you may even see a Proghorn. You know, so please take all that as a sign to relax you and to truly know that you are on the right path and you're doing what needs to be done and you have nothing to fear. You're very, very protected. Yeah, so that's all I have for my Pisces. Again, it's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If you like my style of reading, please like this video. Share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below. And I'll see you guys in the next reading. All the best and thank you.